Zorn's Dungeon is the first role-playing game to be played through the YouTube live stream chat. You're not just watching the game anymore, your character is involved in the action. Spawn a level 0 character, throw them into the Bloodcage, and watch them fight for their lives. Death is permanent, but survivors can reach level 1 for even greater adventure as the game develops. Here's how to play in under 5 minutes. Step 1. Spawn your character. To play, just type bang spawn, that's ! spawn, in the YouTube live stream chat anytime Zorn's Dungeon is being played live. The game instantly rolls a level 0 character with 3d6 stats straight down the line. There's also a 1 in 6 chance of rolling a random demi-human. Your starting HP determines your destiny. Low health means wizards and thieves, while high health means you get to be a fighter, paladin, or barbarian. Every character's linked to your YouTube username, so you know which is yours, and we know who's playing. Each character also gets a unique ID or dog tag. You can also see which characters belong to rare professions or have particularly exceptional stats. Remember, level 0 is brutal, so spawn multiple characters to have backups ready. But be aware there's a 30-second global cooldown on the bang spawn command. If you don't get in on your first try, just try again. The chatbot will confirm what characters are created in the live stream chat. Step 2. The draft. Newly spawned characters enter the tavern. The only way out for a level 0 character is to be drafted into a 12-person party for the Bloodcage. When it's time to assemble a party, the system drafts in this priority. 1. Super VIPs, which the Game Master reserves for special guests or situations. 2. VIPs. Channel members get free VIP status once a month, and anyone can send in super chats to make one of their characters a VIP. Super chats with a specific dog tag attached guarantee that character will receive VIP status. Otherwise, the system will choose one of your characters at random. Gifting memberships also gets you and the person gifted a VIP character. 3. Active chatters. If you've commented in the live stream chat within the last hour, you get priority right behind VIPs. So if you're watching, participate in the chat to make it more likely that your character will get in on the fight. 4. The general pool. If there are still draft spaces left, then they're open to anyone else in the tavern. Yes, even if you're offline, your tavern characters are at risk and may be drafted. Note that the draft prioritizes having as many different players as possible in the party, so you usually won't have 2 of your own characters in the same cage. Step 3. Into the Bloodcage. Once the party forms, the doors open, monsters spawn, and the auto battle begins. You get to sit back and watch the bloody drama unfold. As the cage takes damage and the blood bar fills, Zorn might intervene. At 33% health loss, he might order his goblin archers to loose a volley into the heroes, or later drop a gore strider behind your lines if you're having too easy a time. And for the crunch lovers, combat, movement, spells, and all other rules are handled by the Hacked Edge game system, our custom rule set based on old school essentials. Step 4. Triage and leveling. When the dust settles, surviving PCs are hauled up to the winch room. If a character was knocked unconscious, they only survive if they have teammates still standing at the end. Otherwise, the monsters put them to the sword. Survivors earn a blood drop next to their name to indicate they lived through the ordeal. Once in the winch room, goblin medics attempt to heal individual wounds, restoring 1 HP per wound per success. Then the fairy checks HP. Anyone with enough HP to reach level 1 gets promoted, receives their class, and gets a free, full restoration of HP and spells. This is the only free magical healing in the game. Level 1 characters also earn the right to have a name. Type bang name dog tag new name in the chat to name them, or rename them on zornsdungeon.com. Step 5. Rest and return. Finally, characters are sorted to their next location. First, all dead characters are sent to the graveyard. It's their final resting place. Those characters who are still wounded are sent to the infirmary. There, wounds and spells heal in real time according to the Hacked Edge rules, meaning severe injuries may take several actual 24-hour days to recover. To keep playing, bang spawn more characters to have them ready to go. Healthy characters are sent to the stable to safely rest. They have earned their reprieve. Want to send a character back into the action and perhaps earn a second blood drop? Just move the character you want from the stable back to the tavern. You can do this at zornsdungeon.com or by typing bang T for tavern plus the dog tag of the character you want to move in the chat. You can check rosters, locations, and all of our leaderboards, tracking boss kills, maximum damage, highest XP, anytime at zornsdungeon.com/tavern. Alright, that's all you need to know to get playing Zorn's Dungeon on the live stream. Get your bang spawn ready, and we'll see you in the cage. Alright, welcome everybody. Welcome. Oh man, I am way late. Oh my god, I'm actually way late. I didn't realize how late I was. I am so sorry. But I got in. I was also trying to get emails out to everybody because we've practiced and play tested our movement commands for the last 2 nights, and so I got in, and then I was trying to get emails out to people to say, "Hey, come and join us." I did not realize how late I was. I really apologize for that. But welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Welcome Sable Phoenix, Vulgar Unicorn, Brad Henry. Welcome Blackthorn out of the hospital, Brad Henry says. Welcome. Oh, Vulgar Unicorn says, after 25 years or so of no Dungeons and Dragons, drive-through RPG just cost me $340 in old books. Which ones did you get? I grew up on the 2nd edition AD&D. Let's see. All right. Oh, Dark Sun. Now I've seen something about Dark Sun being re-released. We did an extensive look at on the Morning Grind on the YouTube channel, on this YouTube channel, on the Morning Grind live stream. We went like completely through the Dark Sun box. So I've got live streams, which probably are not as interesting as the Zorn's Dungeon live streams, but we did like 5 or 6 live streams where we like read through all of Dark Sun to figure it out. So that is like on this channel right here. Let's see. So looking through some comments right here. We just had, oh wait a minute, we just had a gifted membership. The Vulgar Unicorn. Wait a minute, let me see if I can get this. Whoa, come on, let me share the screen. Vulgar Unicorn. Share Northern Lights gifted membership right there. Oh, did I get it up in time? Northern Lights. So thank you very much. Unicorn just gifted Lights a channel membership. So thank you very much. I didn't have it up. I wasn't quite ready, but okay. Thank you very much. That was to Lights. Thank you very, very much. Let's see. So the email went out. We'll see who shows up, if anybody. Hey, by the way, I have found out, like, if you look at how many people have watched the trailer now, it is a lot. Like 34,000 people have watched the trailer or something like that. There are now 7,400 people who are now part of the Zorn's Dungeon, like, list. And hey, we need them. Come on. Where are they? We need them in here. So Sable says, in my opinion, the move and combat commands who are working on pretty much are working pretty much the best we can probably expect them to. I think so. I may be able to address some lag on my side, but not a lot. Let's see. Let's see who. What else is going on in here? I was just saying that I was playing as this started, Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love, as I was getting this psyched up. And, I do love doing parody videos. I did that on the cultist side of things. And Brent put in, we're addicted to Zorn. You have no idea how much I want to do that now. Like the video about addicted to Zorn. That would be awesome. All right. Well, I mean, I think we're all ready now, everybody. I don't think if I've missed some kind of comment that I need to, there's the Vulgar Unicorns gifted membership right there. But if I have missed something, put it in again. I'm scrolling through all the comments. So if I missed something that I need to address, please just put it in the comments again. All right. So let's see. Looking over here, we are in the Last Resort Tavern. This is Zorn's Dungeon. I will be your game master and your commentator for tonight. We have 12 of 25 likes. Please go ahead and hit the like button. Please go ahead and hit the like button if you are here. We have 18 people watching. It looks like we have 12 likes. We need every single hit point that we can possibly get. So please do like the cage. Okay. So, Courtney says, what happened to Dorley last night? Oh, that is a good question. because I did get some information on that, because people were asking about Dorley. Let's see, Dorley getting an MVP. Where was that? Hang on, that is a great question because I did have information on that. Let me look. Okay, right here. I found it. Just one second. Let me see. Dorley Borskets. So, in order for Zorn to crown an MVP, you need either, okay, I mean, this doesn't mean a whole lot to you, but there's a score of at least 100 or a score of 75, and you are out in front of everybody by at least 30%. So if you get to the score of 100%, then it doesn't matter if somebody's behind you, you're out there and you're on a rampage and you get the MVP. But you can get to 75%, 75 points as long as you are 30% ahead of everybody else. Basically, in that case, you are carrying the cage. Dorley last night scored 64.6 with a 25.7% lead. So she was not on a rampage, and she was also not scoring high enough to say that I carry this. And she was also not out in front of other people enough. So that is what's going on. Hold on just one second. An elite ape counts for an extra nothing shield shattered. I mean, I feel like at this point, Dorley's being crowned by accolade. I kind of feel like Dory's being crowned by accolade at this point. Let me put that in because I mean, you guys are calling for it. You guys, I feel like a lot of people were calling for Dorley to get that. She didn't get it, like mathematically. She didn't get it. She was close, but she didn't get it. But I feel like she is calling for it by accolade. Just one second. All right. So, hey, yes, welcome. Yes. So, okay. Well, now I believe that is the case. She did have a lot of perfect defense. I will check on that. I can't check on that right now, but I will check on that later because perfect defense, I believe, does count. Perfect defense does get you credit on that. But let's see. Okay. Yes. No, I believe they do. No, perfect defenses do count toward MVP. Yes. Maybe if things like getting you untouchable and fell-handed added to your score. I believe they do. I'll put this in. I'll put this in. Okay. So we will look at that. Okay. All right. Let's see. A lot of people calling for that. Okay, let's see. We've got Not Thomas. Welcome, Not Thomas. New to the tavern. One hero, Not Thomas. You're going to be in. We've got 12 other heroes or players who are present but have not fought. All right. I mean, I think it's time to fight. So I put that in looking at Dorley and then also perfect defenses contributing to MVP. We'll take a look at that later. But hey, like, it's long since time. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight. Okay, so the holding cell. All right. VIPs will go first. Then anybody who is new to the tavern. Then anybody who is present and not yet fought. Remember that present is defined as having spoken here, spoken in the chat within 35 minutes. Joe says, I got a question. Oh, Sable Phoenix just gifted a membership. Thank you very much. Sable just gifted a membership. Not Thomas. Oh, not Thomas. Got that. Okay, thank you. Not Sable Phoenix just gifted Not Thomas a Warrior of the Geekverse membership. Thank you very much to Sable and Not Thomas. You are in. So Joe Bourne, give me your question, and I will make. Oh no, Joe Bourne. There we go. Let me know your question. Oh, now where do the copper coins come into play? The copper coins are going to be coins. I believe this is the question. The copper coins are going coins where you can buy things with the copper coins. Right now, I don't have anything for you to buy, but I will shortly. I am putting in the copper coins, and I've been working with the distribution of the copper coins as well, because the copper coins need to reward good play, and that means by you, the player. So I'm working on that. Oh, Sable Phoenix just gifted another membership right here as I'm sitting here looking at this. Sable Phoenix just gifted another membership and goes to Brad Henry. Brad Henry received a Warrior of the Geekverse membership from Sable Phoenix. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Sable. And Brad, you now are a Warrior of the Geekverse. You have more characters to control, and also we'll get priority going in. But going on, so where do the copper coins come in? So give me a little bit more time. I've been distributing copper coins, but they're going to allow you to buy weapons, armor, helmets, that kind of stuff, other things for your characters. I'm getting the economy going by seeding you some copper coins, and the algorithm that determines who copper coins are thrown to should be based on how well you play your character. With combat commands and so forth. If you die, you do not get XP, or you get half XP actually. Anybody who lived through a Bloodcage gets full XP, but only characters who are actually up get thrown copper coins. So you actually have to be up, not just living and unconscious, in order to get copper coins. And then later we're going to start to put that in so you guys can buy stuff. So right now you're just accumulating copper coins, but that is where we are right now. Let's see. Well, Brianna says maybe send the ones that already made it to get copper coins for them. That's what the fairy's doing. Right, that's what the fairy's doing. When we go gift the fairy and the fairy is giving copper coins, what I did is I had the system calculate everybody who should have gotten copper coins to the beginning, almost the beginning of the game, because I have the battle logs. And so I said, well, now what copper coins, according to our current rules, should they have gotten? And that's what the gift of the fairy is doing. The gift of the fairy comes up and gets things caught up like that. So that is exactly what the gift of the fallen. Nope, there's no looting bodies right now. There's no looting bodies right now. Right now, I'll emphasize that right now. But right now, there's no looting bodies. Okay, presence, meaning top 35 minutes. If you spoke in the chat, you are present. And anybody who has fought 0 times will be ahead of anybody who's fought 1 time at 1 time, and they will be ahead of anyone who has fought 2 times, etc. All right, let's draft this party. I mean, let's fight. It is time. It's long past time. Let's fight. Not Thomas, an overworked cartographer. You are in. Joe Burnett. Joe Byrne, an awkward hedge mage. You are in. Level 0 hedge mage. Brad Henry, Blackthorn, level 1 paladin, hero of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cages. We got to get Brad Henry out of there. We have to be sure we get Brad out of there. I'm not hearing anything. I hope you are. Okay, Brad Henry, Blackthorn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hero of the cage, the tabletop scholar. Drifting Friar, level 0 Friar, you are in. The Vulgar Unicorn, a restless merchant guard, you are in. Sable Phoenix, a provincial bounty hunter, still having some Fairy's Blessing left over from last night. The Fairy's Blessing lasts for 24 hours, so help us get that. Let's see. Then Dave, an untested lector, bottom 12% of ability scores. Brent, a sweaty merchant's guard, you are in. Level 0. Courtney, very nicely, hero of 4 cages, or a veteran of 4 cages. Kyle, a shoddy cultist, level 0, well-starred. Swanzo, level 1 thief. Brianna, a stiff burglar. You are in. Now, we have 1 minute left. If anyone wants to buff any of their characters, basically $1.99 for the first buff is +2 HP, then +1 damage, then +2 to saving throws. But we do have some great odds of getting out here. I see that we have 9 level 0 characters in this cage. This is a relatively green cage right here. Let's see. Then we have 3 level 1 characters for an average level of 0.3 levels. Total HP 52. That's a lot. That's a healthy number of HP 52. Average HP per character for Brad Henry. Your paladin has an 81% chance of getting out. The vulgar unicorn has a 73% chance of getting out of this alive with a restless merchant's guard. Sable Phoenix, provincial bounty hunter, 83% chance. Brent, a sweaty merchant's guard, 71% chance. So no low percent chance. Okay, so it sounds good. Oh, Not Thomas says, first character. Welcome. Great to have you. All right, so there we go. Let's fight. Let's go. Let's fight. I'm going to refresh the Bloodcage combat commands. If you are new here, you do not have to issue any kind of combat command to your character at all. Your character will fight with balanced offense, defense, and movement. But if you would like to override that, then you can through your combat commands. Bang AOA. You type these in the live stream chat. Bang AOA goes all out attack. That increases your attack power, but your shields and dodge are useless. Optionally, you can add coordinates, so like bang AOA space D4, add coordinates to attempt to move to that square first. If you go bang AOA with with coordinates, you will try to move there first. Bang M space coordinates. Bang M, so like bang M space D4 means move to D4. Move characters move to a specified coordinates and that order will persist until you arrive there. Characters still receive an action on their normal turn, right? Okay. Bang AOD is all-out defense. If you want to go AOD, all-out defense, that will sacrifice movement and attacks, but will give you additional defense. Bang hold the line. Characters will not move, but will attack monsters in range. If no attack is taken and the character is no action is taken by the character, and the character is later attacked, that character will be treated as if they are on AOD, an all-out defense. If you want to aggro, as we were talking about last night, hey, you're less likely to be attacked if you're on AOD. That's an additional bonus to your AOD. But if you really want to draw monsters to you, then AOA is a great way to go. Bang run means retreat. This improves your chance of breaking enemy engagement lock. If you are engaged with an enemy and you want to get the hell out of there, go bang run. If the break fails, your defense, you will be treated as if you were on AOD. Optionally, you can add coordinates after the space. So bang run space coordinates to try to run to particular coordinates. And then bang fight, that makes you default a fight as your default. That cancels all previous orders and returns your character to autoplay mode, having them fight on instinct. You can send in multiple orders to your character. That's no problem at all. Your character will, however, accept the last order given and will execute that order at the start of their next turn. Let's open the cage. Let's go into this. It is long. All right, Bloodcage has been drawn. 12 PCs to 13 monsters. 12 PCs to 13 monsters. And only one of those monsters is a white ape, so not very bad. Oh, I just want to point out, like Dante right here, Dante issued Bang Char. I forgot to talk about this, but if you are here and you have different characters and you're like, hey, where am I? Hit Bang Char. Hit Bang Char, type Bang Char in the chat, and then you will receive a report of all of your characters, at least insofar as they can be recorded inside a YouTube comment. If you want more detail on all of your characters, where they are, if they are healing, whatever, then go to zornsdungeon.com and log in. Zornsdungeon.com, that allows you to look at all of your characters in detail. But Bang's Char here will give you your characters in brief. But zornsdungeon.com, when you log in with the Google login and a YouTube address that you are playing with here, you'll log in, you'll see all of your characters and all of that. So thank you. All right. So now combat commands are now being accepted. So if you want to send in combat commands, do this. Let's see. Okay. Front line, Vulgar Unicorn, Restless Merchant's Guard, front line. Brad, Blackthorn, front line. Brent, Sweaty Merchant's Guard, front line. Swanzo, front line. Swanzo, front line. Sable Phoenix, a provincial bounty hunter, second line. Brianna, Stiff Burglar, second line. Courtney, very nicely, second line. Dave, an unsteady lector, second line. Third line, a tabletop scholar, a drifting friar. Kyle, a shoddy cultist, third line. Not Thomas, an overworked cartographer's assistant, third line. Joe Bernitson, an awkward hedge mage, third line. So that's where we are. Let's fight. Let's start this fight. Here we go. Initiative, first turn. Kyle goes AOA. Kyle is going to go AOA for us. Going forward, wants to go all-out attack, looking at this goblin. Going to cast Poison Spray at this goblin. 6 points of damage. Nice job. Major poison wound. He couldn't see from the third line right there. So instead, he moved all the way up to make an aggressive attack against that goblin. Awkward Hedge Mage, targeting the white ape right here. Oh, our wizards are coming out front, but Awkward Hedge Mage comes in with a firebolt with a vicious critical. Dante, that's Bang AOD. Bang AOD. 8 points of damage. White ape down. Dante, that's Bang AOD for defense. Bang AOD, not Bang defend. Let's see. Stiff Burglar goes AOD. All right. We are now 12 to 11. We've got a Kobold Crawler moving toward the Awkward Hedge Mage. He's going to throw with his dart. Dart coming into Joe Bernitson. 1 stamina point spent. Nothing else. Wait, Dante doesn't actually have a character. Swanzo accepts AOD. Swanze goes AOD right here. We have Cave Imp now coming up into Kyle, the shoddy cultist. 3 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 2 taken as injury, minor slashing wound right there. Drifting Friar goes AOA. We have the Friar going on AOA. Looking at Cave Imp here, going to be intercepted by, it looks like, the Goblin here. Yes. So Drifting Friar on an AOA goes into Goblin, 5 points of damage, major bludgeoning wound. All right, Kobold Crawler. We're now 12 PCs to 10 monsters. Kobold Crawler. Bang M. Sable. I didn't get a chance. I need to move. Bang move as well. But right now it's only Bang M. Bang move is not recognized. I need to fix that. But it's Bang M is the command. Okay, Goblin targets Drifting Friar. Goblin comes up. 5 points of damage. Major piercing wound. Tabletop Scholar drops. The Drifting Friar drops. Still alive, but laying unconscious on the floor. Not going to help us right now. Not Thomas goes Bang fight. Not Thomas is looking to fight. Looks at Cave Imp over here. So, overworked cartographer's assistant. This is not Thomas shooting firebolt into Cave Imp. 3 points of damage to Cave Imp. A moderate fire wound. Cave Imp's legs buckle, and it's over. Overworked cartographer's assistant. Nice job. We are 11 PCs to 9 monsters. Nice job. Blackthorn goes into the shoddy cultist, casting a spell that will give him advantage on saving throws, most especially death saving throws, until the end of the fight. Slimeling now moves toward shoddy cultist. Might just need it here. Might need that saving throw. 4 points of damage. He does. Can he save his life? No. He does not roll higher enough. A shoddy cultist crumples and it's done. I am sorry, Kyle. Your cultist has perished. Okay, Provincial Bounty Hunter Sable Phoenix going move to this D1 location, then going in with a long knife into the Slimeling, 1 point of damage, minor slashing wound. Volley is incoming from Zorn. Okay. Watch out for that. Brent goes AOA. Brent is going AOA. Looking for a target. Let's see where he goes. Brent, the Sweaty Merchant's Guard, goes AOA. Critical hit into Cave Imp number 2. 10 points of damage. Grievous piercing wound with a short spear. He shoves it all the way through the Cave Imp's chest, all the way out the other side. Cave Imp dies when his heart bursts open. Slimeling now coming to Sweaty Merchant's Guard. 4 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 3 taking his injury right now. Arrow Storm. Now, Zorn looses the arrows. We're going to have to take 4 arrows here, everyone. Goblin archers are shooting from atop the Bloodcage. Stiff Burglar, Brianna, no damage, 1 stamina only. Very nicely takes 3 points of damage, moderate piercing wound. Overworked Cartographer's Assistant, 1 point of damage only. So 3 out of 4 HP right there. Provincial Bounty Hunter of Sable Phoenix absorbs the impact through stamina, still at 6 of 5 HP, but stamina gone. That could have been much, 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 much worse. Unsteady Lecter going AOA. We have the Dave AOA. We're going in with an AOA here. Unsteady Lecter coming into Slimeling's flank. Comes in with a club, 4 points of damage to the Slimeling, splatters Slimeling slime all over the Bloodcage. Nice job, Dave, the Unsteady Lecter. Nice job. Zorn signals to ready the portcullis. We might have portcullis monsters coming in behind us. We will find out very nicely. Courtney, what is Courtney doing? Looking at Slimeling up here, going to cast Ray of Frost. Let's see. Ray of Frost coming into Slimeling 2 in the flank. Slimeling is struck for 1 point of damage only. Could have used a bit more than that, but that is all right. I mean, it's all right. Doing what we can here in the Bloodcage. Kobold Crawler looking at Awkward Hedge Mage. Probably going to throw a dart. Yes, throwing a dart. Awkward Hedge Mage, 1 point of damage, minor piercing wound. All right, Gremlin targets Unsteady Lecter, comes up to the Lecter, who is on an AOA, 2 points of damage to an Unsteady Lecter, minor slashing wound. Didn't drop him. Goblin Runt looking at the Sweaty Merchant's Guard of Brent. Goblin Runt coming up, 1 point of damage. You are still up. Brent has 1 of 5. 1 of 5. Restless Merchant's Guard goes AOA. Restless Merchant's Guard goes AOA. Who is Restless Merchant's Guard going into? Into Goblin Runt. Restless Merchant's Guard. Critical hit. Goblin Runt takes a puncture wound with a short spear of 9 points of damage right through the eye, through the brain, and through the back of the skull. Nice job, Restless Merchant's Guard. Goblin Runt has dropped. Portcullis, Ratkin Gorestrider with Ratkin Gorechild now coming in behind us. Ratkin Gorestrider comes in to an overworked Cartographer's Assistant. This is not Thomas. Oh, no. Overworked Cartographer's Assistant is slain outright, dropping to -1. I am sorry, not Thomas. That's the life of a level 0 character. Bang spawn again. Ratkin Gorestrider had come in. Ratkin Gorechild goes into Stiff Burglar, but the attack is evaded. The attack is evaded. Brianna Reynolds evades the attack. And Sable says, not Thomas. Right, not Thomas. Blackthorn accepts an AOA. Blackthorn, this is Brad Henry, also going AOA. There is the Ratkin Gorestrider right there. 6 points of damage, major piercing wound with the piercing end of a Warhammer. Nice job. Let's cut him down. Awkward Hedge Mage is trying to make a move. Goes into Gremlin.
cut him down. 3 points of damage with his staff. Not cut him down, but beat him with his staff right here. The awkward hedge mage beats the gremlin with a staff. All right, Stiff Burglar goes a move command to D6. Wants to go to D6. All right. Did it. Stiff Burglar now moves toward Ratkin Gorechild. Wait, what happened? Oh, no. Okay, so he did his move. Goblin goes to Restless Merchant's Guard. That's the Vulgar Unicorn. 4 points of damage. 2 of 6. We got to pay that gremlin, that goblin back. Swanzo goes fight. Swanzo is going a fight order. Get up to that Gorechild. No, goes to Gore Strider. Yes, cut him down. Cut him down, Swanzo. 4 points of damage, moderate slashing wound. Nice job. Death claims the Ratkin Gore Strider. Restless Merchant's Guard, Vulgar Unicorn. All right. I believe is he still on an AOA going into Goblin number 3? 4 points of damage to the Goblin, moderate piercing wound. The light fades from the Goblin's eyes. Provincial Bounty Hunter Sable Phoenix goes into Slimeling. Slimeling is slashed for 1 point of damage, minor slashing wound. The Slimeling falls with a final thud. Very nicely, Courtney now targets Ratkin Gorechild. Let's see, Courtney very nicely going into Ratkin Gorechild with a Ray of Frost, 3 points of damage, moderate cold wound. 9 PCs to 4 monsters. PCs handling this well. Swanzo. Oh, no. Ratkin Gorechild coming into Swanzo. Swanzo takes 1 point of stamina only. Nice job. Kobold Crawler looks at the Hedge Mage, throwing a dart into the Hedge Mage. Throws into Joe Burnetson. 2 points of damage, minor piercing wound. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The awkward Hedge Mage has dropped. I am sorry, Joe. I am sorry. The Hedge Mage has dropped. Kobold Crawler fires at an... No, okay, we just saw that. Sorry, I was ahead of myself. Kobold Crawler now looking at Sweaty Men-at-Arms. Into Brent. Sweaty Merchant's Guard reels from 2 points of damage. Oh, that drops Brent's Sweaty Merchant Guard. That drops Brent's Sweaty Merchant Guard. Let's see. Kobold Crawler, moves up. Then Kobold Crawler, Restless Merchant's Guard. This is Vulgar Unicorn he's looking at. Still has another dart to throw. Going to throw a dart into the Vulgar Unicorn. 1 point of damage, 1 minor piercing wound, but still up. Thank goodness. We have 7 PCs to 4 monsters. 1 PC laying on the floor that we might be able to get out if we can kill all of these monsters. Unsteady Lector, Dave, looking at a Kobold Crawler. This time, Kobold Crawler number 1. 3 points of damage, a moderate bludgeoning wound. Kobold Crawler drops dead and blood pools beneath. Round number 3, initiative deck reshuffles. We're at the top of number 3. Provincial Bounty Hunter goes AOA. So this is Sable Phoenix going AOA, and there is a Ratkin Gorechild that seems like it needs an AOA, so shoots with a light crossbow into the Ratkin Gorechild's flank. 4 points of damage, moderate piercing wound. Nice job. The Ratkin Gorechild's legs buckle, and it's over. Dropped him. Nice job, Sable. Okay, Restless Merchant's Guards. This is Vulgar Unicorns going hold. So we're going to stay. Blackthorn looking at Kobold Crawler. Blackthorn goes up to Kobold Crawler number 3. 8 points of damage. Tremendous piercing wound with the piercing end of a Warhammer. Nice job. Blackthorn drops Kobold Crawler number 3. We only have 1 monster left. Swanzo, can you get over there? It's going to be coming all the way across the board. Not sure if you can be able to do it. Do you have a missile weapon? No. Okay, Brianna is going AOA. Looking at AOA, wants to get up there. Can you No. Okay, Unsteady Lector. Dave, come on, going AOA. Can you get there and crunch this kobold, please? Kobold Crawler suffers 3 points of damage. Kobold Crawler, number 2, dropped the Unsteady Lecter, fell-handed, 3 kills in a row. Nice job. You thought Blackthorn already had 2 kills? I will see. If I rewatch this, I will check that. Victory. 7 souls walk out alive. 1 is hauled out unconscious. Nice job. So 8 get out. That is very nicely done, everyone. Let's look at the XP. 10 XP each. All of the survivors get 10 XP each. The 4 who fell get 5 XP each. And now, what about the coppers being thrown from the crowd? Let's take a look at that. So, 174 coppers were thrown. Swanzo, you were the crowd favorite. You got 58. Restless Merchant's Guard, 27. Unsteady Dave, 28. Provincial Bounty Hunter of Sable Phoenix, 25. So, nice job. Those were the crowd favorites, throwing you coppers. Not Thomas. Thank you very much, Not Thomas. Not Thomas just joined as a channel member. Not Thomas just joined for a Warrior of the Geekverse. Thank you so much, Not Thomas. The channel members are really what makes all of this work. Because in order to go forward, in order to continue to develop this game and do everything and also run the game, the channel members are huge. So thank you very much, Not Thomas. All right, winch room. Let's haul up the dead bodies and also the living bodies. Dead and living, the winch room. So, winch room, everybody is hauled up. If you survived, even if you were incapacitated, you get a blood drop, which indicates that you survived a blood cage. So, nice work, everybody. Let's deploy the goblin medics. Very nicely. No help right there. Oh, that was it. Promotions. Unsteady Lecter of Dave, Cleric level 1. Fairy's Blessing, wounds wash away. Fighter, level 1. Vulgar Unicorn, you made it. Restless Merchant's Guard, level 1, you made it. Provincial Bounty Hunter, Sable Phoenix, Ranger, level 1. You made it. Stiff Burglar, Brianna, Thief, level 1. Nice job. You made it. Your wounds are washed away. Drifting Friar, so lots of promotions. Tabletop Scholar, level 1 Friar, level 1 Cleric. You made it. Brad Henry says, does the gifted membership kick in later? It should kick in pretty directly. Yes, I kind of do think that necromancy will play a role in the distant future. People were talking about how necromancy could come into play. Yes, so there we go. Does the gifted membership? Let me ask you about that. What do you think you should be seeing? If you are level 1 or above and you are injured, you are in the infirmary. We have 34 characters in the infirmary. You heal in real time, and it basically you're healing by your worst wound. 6 points of damage is enough to kill a normal man. So we have 3 different characters who have sustained 9 points of damage, and they're going to be out in a single hit. 9 points of damage in a single wound. They're going to be out for a while. I do have some additional thoughts on how to get additional healing going on, but that is how we are right now. If you make it through the Bloodcage, you go to the stable, but remember, you will not be drafted to fight in the stable. You must be in the tavern in order to fight. So if you want to move all of your characters to the stable, hit what I just said. Bang T all. All 7 of your characters march to the tavern. So there we go. So I hit Bang T all. My characters move over. If you want to have finer grained control over how you move your characters, then go to zornsdungeon.com, log in with your Google email address or whatever, and also YouTube channel that you are using to play this game. You'll see all of your characters and you'll have much finer grained control about who you want to move where. But if you just want to move all of the characters in the tavern characters in the stable over to the tavern so they're eligible to fight, it's Bang T all, just like I showed you right there. And yes, you can go the other way. If later tonight you want to move them back to the stable, then just type Bang S all. So there you go. That is how you do that, and there we go. Remember, level 0 characters cannot move out of the tavern. Level 0 characters are not allowed to move out of the tavern. Once a level 0 character arrives in the tavern, the only way out after eating and drinking in the tavern is through the Bloodcage. So the tavern, let me see. So let me see. Who is this? Who just asked me? Brad. Let's look at Brad. Oh, Brad. No, wait, hold on. Brad, you need a character. Let's see. Let's go and see if Brad's got a character in the. Yeah, Brad, are you bang spawned? I'm not seeing your characters. Hit bang spawn, Brad. Let's see what happens when you hit bang spawn, Brad. Hit bang spawn in the comments. Did I not? Oh, I did not. I did not sort. There you go. Sort and spin. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Sid. Let's see. It's Super Jesus H. Chrysler. Welcome, welcome. Hit bang spawn. Okay, Brad. Let's see about Brad right here. Let me refresh this. Or all of Brad's characters, perhaps in the infirmary. Let's check over there for Brad. Oh, Brad. Oh, okay. Okay. So now I've got you. So yes, right now you have 3 characters in the infirmary. We got 3 days, 4 days, and 3 days. Okay, Brad, right now you are in the infirmary. But you should, let's see, Brad, there we go. Oh, no, there we go. No, yes, right. Brad, there we go. You were gifted a membership. Right. So now you are a member. So it's showing up right now. There we go. And you have 1 character, Blackthorn, in the tavern. So there we go. Okay, you're right. You are now showing up as a member. Hank Woo just received a membership. I'm sorry, who just gave that membership? Gifted membership to also Dante Fire 1. Thank you so much. Brianna also gifted a membership right here. That was Vulgar Unicorn. Brianna also gifts a membership to, let's see. Okay, Brianna Reynolds gifted a membership. Wait, I'm not sure if I saw it. Oh, Super Jesus H. Chrysler. So Super Jesus H. Chrysler, who is now here, is a channel member. Well, thank you very much, Brianna, for gifting that. So Brianna Reynolds, Pockmarked, like how many characters? I mean, we have 21 people watching. We do have 20 likes on the stream. Please do hit likes. Sable Phoenix gifts a Warrior of the Geekverse membership in the chat as well. To Swanzo, receiving a Warrior of the Geekverse membership. Thank you, Sable. Thank you very much, Sable. So, Super Jesus Christ, you are going to be Super Jesus. You are going to be in the next fight. Super Jesus, you're going to be in the next fight. The next fight, you're ruined. You got a ruined dwarf miner, and you're about to be in the next fight. So, is everybody taking care of everything? Everybody taking care of everything that you need to do here? This is the yes, exactly. Sable says sharing is caring. Yes, and we do have a fantastic community here. So, Brianna's a VIP, will go in. Super Jesus will go in with the ruined dwarf miner. Dante, Mrs. Dave, and Maid of Meat are here and have not yet fought yet, so they will go in, and then we will draw from everybody who has fought 1 time. All right, so I think it's time to play. But hey, if you do show up here, hit the like button, because if you've been watching these games, everybody needs as many HP as you possibly can get. You need as many HP as you possibly can get. And if we can get to 25 likes on the stream, the fairy will come by and give everybody +1 HP who is in the tavern. Everybody in the tavern will get +1 HP. So let's go. Oh, hey, let's go to gift the fairy. Let's go to let's do a gift the fairy after number 2. We'll go gift the fairy after this one. All right, we'll go gift the fairy after this one. Holding cell. All right, let's draft the party. Who's going to fight tonight? Let's fight tonight. Draft the party. Who's going to be fighting right here? Brianna, pockmarked city guard. You are in a level 0 city guard, but well starred. You are in the top 12% of all ability scores. Super Jesus, a ruined dwarf miner. You are in level 0, an uncommon character. You are fighting. Only one in every 70 to 185 spawns will get you one of those characters. So nice work right there. Dante Fire, a famished halfling farmer, level 0. You are in. Made of Meat, Baryon the Frost Weaver, who has been through the Bloodcage 3 times. Mrs. Dave, a malnourished friar, level 0. The Vulgar Unicorn, a scratched gnome apprentice illusionist, level 0. You are in. Kyle, a motley pilgrim. You are in. Swanzo is in, a level 1 gnome who's been through this 2 times. Joe Bernitson, a reluctant acolyte. You are in. That's a level 0 acolyte, pre-cleric. Brent, read the commands for Dante and Supper. What? What did I miss? Oh, no. Oh, yes. Read the commands. Yes. Okay, I will. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Brent, a scratched cavalry trooper, a rare character. The cavalry trooper is a rare character. Only spawns in 1 in 354 spawns across all characters. Not Thomas, a craven dwarf miner, a level 0, uncommon. And then Dave, a shit. Wait, what? I'm sorry, the comment. A homesick cultist, ill-starred. Okay. Oh, this is a relatively green. This is an extremely green draft right here. We will fight in 36 seconds. So we have 10 level 0 characters here. We have 2 level 1 characters in for an average level of 0.2. However, we do have a relatively large number of hit points. We must have some relatively large number of fighter types in here. 59 hit points total for an average HP of 5. So let's see. So actually, Swanzo, you've got great odds of getting out of this alive, 72%. Joe Bernitson, 88%. And Brent, Scratch Cavalry Trooper, has an 88% chance of getting out alive. That's awfully nice. But remember, the odds maker does not take into account your choosing your commands. So you can definitely play better. If you play better, you will exceed the commands, or you will exceed the odds of the odds maker. All right. All right, it's time. Let's play. Let's go over to the Bloodcage. So, all right, yes, we're going to read the commands for everybody who is new here. Remember, you do not have to issue any command. You don't have to issue any command to your character. Oh, Sable Phoenix just put in $4. Gifting Super Jesus Chrysler. Super Jesus Chrysler in the holding cell. Just got though, so thank you very much, Sable gifted Jesus Christ. Let's see, YYF3, and then also Q. Oh, I don't know if that did exactly right. Q. Oh, yes. Okay, let me fix that. So Super Jesus Christ. Thank you very much, Sable. So Super Jesus Christ. What's going on here? Okay. And then also not Thomas is supposed to get one, according to those. So Sable Phoenix just gifted not Thomas and Super Jesus Chrysler plus 2 temporary hit points. So thank you very much. We've got that. What is my drink of choice tonight? Corona. I actually have some Corona beer right here. Let's see. Okay, did I get that right? I think I got that. So yes, both Super Jesus and Super Jesus, I like that, and not Thomas are in. Okay. Okay, so now the combat commands. If you are new here, you do not have to issue any command to your character. They will fight with balanced offense, defense, and movement on their own. You do not have to issue any command to your character. But if you would like to, these are the commands. Bang AOA. Put this in the comments. Bang AOA. That goes all out attack. That will increase your attack power, but your shield, if you have one, will be useless, and also the dodge that every character has will be useless. Optionally, you may add coordinates in an attempt to move to that location first. So if you hit bang AOA space D4, you will attempt to move to D4 first and then attack with an AOA. On a move command, this is bang M. I do want to put in bang move because some people are putting that as an alternate, but right now that will not work. The only move command is bang M space coordinates. You must send coordinates in with your move command. So move. If you send in a move command, bang M, your character will move to the specified coordinates, and that move order, if you don't get there, will persist from turn to turn. Characters still receive an action as normal on their turn. If you want to defend yourself, go bang AOD, go all out defense. You will sacrifice your movement and attacks, but you will get additional defense. If you would like to hold your ground, go bang hold the line. Your character will not move, but will attack monsters who are within range. If you are a spellcaster or a missileer, you will be able to attack at range, otherwise melee, of course. If you do not take any action on your turn and then a monster comes up to attack you later, you will defend as if you were on an AOD, all-out defense. Bang run is a retreat. This will improve your chances of breaking an enemy's engagement lock. If you are in melee with an enemy, if the break fails, then you will defend yourself as if you were on AOD, and then we'll try to run again next turn. Optionally, you may add coordinates. Bang run space coordinates like D4. Bang run space D4 to try to run to that square. Bang fight returns you to your default way of fighting for your particular character. If you want to cancel what you just said and say I want to go bang fight and return to normal, go to bang fight. This will cancel all previous orders and will return the character to autoplay mode. Your character will accept the last order that is given to it. So you can send more than one order. Your character will accept the last order that is sent. So if situation changes and you need to send another order, you can do that, and it will execute that order at the top of your turn. All right, here we go. As soon as I hit open the cage, orders will be available to be given. Yeah, I can't. It doesn't have orders right now. Now, if you want to send 10 orders, here we are. We are now 12 PCs to 13 monsters, one of which is a white ape. Okay, so send in your combat commands now if you want to, and then they will execute on your first turn while I tell you your positions. Brent, a scratched cavalry trooper, first line. Super Jesus Chrysler, ruined dwarf miner, front line. Not Thomas, a craven dwarf miner, front line. Brianna, pockmarked city guard, front line. Dante, a famished halfling farmer, second line. Made of Meat, Barry the Frostweaver, second line. Kyle, a motley pilgrim, second line. Swanzo, second line. Going to the third line, Vulgar Unicorn, a scratched gnome apprentice, third line. Mrs. Dave, a malnourished friar, third line. Joe Burnetson, and a reluctant acolyte. Dave, a homesick cultist, third line. So there we go. 12 to 13, but this is a rather green group of adventurers. Let's start the fight. Here's to everybody. Malnourished Friar is up first. Friar's going up to Cave Imp. Decides to get serious about this. 2 points of damage. That is enough for the Malnourished Friar, Cave Imp number 1, to go down. Malnourished Friar goes down. Okay, Gremlin now targets Malnourished Friar. Gremlin coming up to this Friar. This Friar has 7 of 6 hit points, 2 damage taken, 1 turned aside, 1 taken as injury. Nice work there. Reluctant Acolyte move to K2. Does he have a ranged attack? Let's find out. Yes, Joe goes in on the goblin's flank with radiant points of damage. Minor radiant wound right there. Nice job. Didn't drop the goblin, but did come in with a ranged attack. Cave Imp now looking at Mrs. Dave. Cave Imp, the Malnourished Friar, coming into the flank. Malnourished Friar comes in 3 points, or excuse me, the Cave Imp comes in to Malnourished Friar for 3 points of damage. Let's advance and help her out. Pockmarked City Guard goes AOA up to F4. Okay, going on an all-out attack. Pockmarked City Guard, Brianna, coming in on an AOA to Gremlin number 2's flank. 8 points of damage, a tremendous bludgeoning wound. The light fades from the gremlin's eyes. Okay, a famished halfling goes fight. So the halfling of Dante is going fight. Coming in on the flank of Cave Imp number 2. 4 points of damage to the Cave Imp, moderate piercing wound. The Cave Imp's legs buckle and it is over. Scratched Cavalry Trooper. This is Brent on an AOA. The Cavalry Trooper is going AOA into Goblin number 1. Gonna cut him down. Yeah, 5 points of piercing damage. A short spear shoves it through the Goblin's chest. The Goblin drops black blood everywhere. 12 PCs to 9 monsters. PCs handling this pretty well right now. Vulgar Unicorn also going AOA, going all-out attack. Vulgar Unicorn looking for an AOA at this Goblin. Going to cast, yes, Poison Spray at the Goblin. Goblin takes 4 points of damage, a moderate poison wound. Goblin's body goes limp, and it is finished. Kobold Crawler targets the Pockmarked City Guard, going to throw, who is on an AOA. Kobold throws into Brianna, absorbs that on the temporary HP blessing. No actual damage, although temporary hit points lost. Homesick Cultist goes AOA as well. Looking at an AOA, looks at this. Cannot attack from there. White 8 throws into Mrs. Dave, a malnourished friar, rocked for 7 points of damage, a tremendous bludgeoning wound. Oh no. White Ape has dropped Mrs. Dave with a boulder strike. 11 PCs to 8. Ratkin Mongrel now moves toward Pockmarked City Guard. 1 point of damage only. Craven Dwarf Miner. This is not Thomas. Our dwarves hit hard. Prove it to us, Craven Dwarf Miner of Not Thomas, coming up into Ratkin Mongrel's flank. 5 points of damage right there. The Ratkin Mongrel falls with a final thud. Kobold Crawler now targets a Pockmarked City Guard, going into Brianna, throwing a dart into the Pockmarked City Guard, pierced for 1 point of damage, minor piercing wound. Okay, where are we going here? Kobold Crawler moves up. Swanzo, it's Swanzo's turn, targeting Kobold Crawler, comes up. Swanzo sets upon Kobold Crawler for only 1 point of damage, not able to drop him with the mace right there. Slimeling, now Slimeling looking at Pockmarked, look, who's going to Pockmarked City Guard, who is on an AOA. Pockmarked City Guard takes 1 point of damage from the Slimeling pseudopods. Slap, 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 slap. 1 point of damage only. Motley Pilgrim Kyle going fight into Kobold Crawler. Motley Pilgrim goes into Kobold Crawler. Critical hit. Nice work, Kyle. Motley Pilgrim, 5 points of damage to Kobold Crawler. Drops Kobold Crawler. Very nicely done. Gremlin. Gremlin targets a scratched cavalry trooper. Comes up, opening it with a slash with a jagged knife. 2 points of damage, minor slashing wound only. All right, Barian, the Frost Weaver, looking at that large white ape all the way in the back. He's looming large over everyone, so able to cast Frost Spray, or a Ray of Frost. 1 point of damage only. Ruined Dwarf Miner, Super Jesus, Super Jesus, AOA. He's going AOA. Wants to get to that white ape. Is he going to be able to get there? Let's figure this out. No, he might have to go to a gremlin. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, he's not able to get there. The dwarf is not able to advance in front of everybody that is there. Ratkin Mongrel goes into the scratched cavalry trooper, Brent. 2 points of damage, and that is it. It is 11 PCs to 6 monsters, though. It's 11 PCs to 6 monsters. Kobold Crawler moves toward a motley pilgrim, throws into the pilgrim. 1 point of damage only. You take the hit from a kobold's dart, but it's not bad. Shrug it off. 11 PCs to 6 monsters. Round 2. We are reshuffling the initiative deck. Craven Dwarf Miner goes fight. Going, this is not Thomas, going into the flank of Gremlin number 1. Cut him down with a pick. Critical hit. 12 points of damage. 12 points of damage. A catastrophic piercing wound. Not Thomas's Craven Dwarf Miner put the pick through the Gremlin's skull. Black blood and brains goes everywhere. Zorn's arrow storm. Oh my God, but we got to take 8 arrows here. Zorn is going to shoot us down. Zorn signals the archers on top of the blood cage, going to shoot us down. Homesick cultist Dave. 2 points of damage. 1 turned aside. 1 taken as injury. Reluctant acolyte Joe drives forward in the blow. No wound. 1 stamina lost only. So Swanzo then also is going to take 2 points of damage, a minor piercing wound. Famished halfling farmer Dante takes no damage, but two stamina points. 2 stamina points there. Scratched gnome illusionist Vulgar Unicorn, 2 points of damage, 1 turned aside and 1 taken as injury. All right, Ruined Dwarf Miner, Super Jesus, 4 points of damage, 2 turned aside with the ward and 2 actually taken as injury. Craven Dwarf Miner parries and deflects the worst, 1 stamina spent only. Motley Pilgrim Kyle hit for 2 points of damage, minor piercing wound, down to 1 of 4. Okay, that was rough, and now Zorn is signaling to ready the portcullis. The goblins are standing by on the crank. Swanzo target Slimeling. Swanzo coming up with a mace, the gnome with a mace, 6 points of damage. Massive hit, Swanzo, into the Slimeling. Slime splatters everywhere across the blood cage. Dropped him. 11 PCs to 4 monsters. Famished halfling farmer, the underdog, comes up into white ape with a short spear. 2 points of damage to the white ape, a minor piercing wound. Now we have Barian the Frost Weaver. This is made of meat, looking at the white ape. Comes up to white ape. White ape is hit for 1 point of damage, a minor cold wound. Barian the Frost Weaver. Nice work. A pockmarked city guard, Brianna Reynolds, on an AOA, going all the way into zone 3 to the Kobold Crawler number 3 with a halberd, major piercing wound with the piercing end of the halberd, puts it through the Kobold Crawler's eye and drops it. Portcullis time. Abomination comes in with 2 Ratkin Ratkin Gore children. Super Jesus, I'll be back Monday. This is Friday, so I'll be back tomorrow. Barian the Frost Weaver, made of meat, takes a 9-point grievous slashing wound. Oh, Barian the Frost Weaver, F in the chat, everyone, please, F in the chat. Barian the Frost Weaver, the level 1 elf of made of meat, has fallen. Barian the Frost Weaver has fallen. I am sorry, made of meat. Came in. Ratkin Gorechild comes into the homesick cultist. 3 points of damage, a moderate slashing wound. That drops Dave's homesick cultist. Homesick cultist. That might have been our first level 1 death of the night. Ratkin Gorechild also looking for a target, coming up to Super Jesus. Ruined Dwarf Miner is rent for 2 points of damage, minor slashing wound. He's on an AOA, and behind the line we have monsters behind our lines. Scratched Elf Gnome Illusionist goes Poison Spray into Ratkin Mongrel. 3 points of damage, a moderate poison wound. The Ratkin Mongrel hits the stone and doesn't rise. Reluctant Acolyte moves all the way across the world, it seems, to get to White Ape. Coming in on the White Ape's flank, 4 points of damage. That is enough. Moderate bludgeoning wound with a mace. White Ape drops. Kobold Crawler, now looking at the Reluctant Acolyte of Joe Bernitson, going to throw a dart into the Reluctant Acolyte. 3 points of damage, 1 turned aside with temporary HP, 2 actually taken as damage. Ruined Dwarf Miner, Super Jesus. Super Jesus on an AOA. Do what a dwarf does into this Ratkin Abomination. 10 points of damage. Nice job, Super Jesus. Super Jesus puts down Ratkin Abomination with a 10-point strike with a pick. Puts it through its skull. Nice job doing what a dwarf is supposed to do. Motley Pilgrim goes a move order to C1 up to Ratkin Gorechild. Stabbing, hit for 2 points of, or hitting with his staff, rather, into Ratkin Gorechild. Scratched Cavalry Trooper, Brent. Is this on an AOA? I believe still on an AOA, moving toward Ratkin Gorechild, comes down. 4 points of damage to Ratkin Gorechild, moderate piercing wound. I noticed that the plate up there is changing too late. I've got to fix that. I want, as soon as your turn goes, the plate to choose, but I think it's moving after your move, so I got to fix that. Ratkin Gorechild, 1 point of damage, minor bludgeoning wound. That's why I'm saying I believe on an AOA. It looks like it's changing too late, but I'm going to fix that. That's on the list of things to fix. Ruined Dwarf Miner, Super Jesus, goes into Ratkin Gorechild. 6 points of damage. Nice job, Super Jesus. A Ruined Dwarf Miner goes into Ratkin Gorechild and puts it down. All right, let's see. Brianna. Brianna Reynolds. Kobold Crawler number 2, 5 points of damage. Death claims the Kobold Crawler. Was that it, or there's still more? Fell-handed, pockmarked City Guard Brianna gets it. Oh, no, there's one PC still up. One monster still up. There are 9 PCs still up. Scratched Cavalry Trooper. This is Brent coming into Ratkin Gorechild number 2 into his flank. Critical strike, no mercy, impaled with a short spear, 11 points of damage through the ears, through the brain, out the other ear. Nice job, Scratched Cavalry Trooper. Wow. I think that was it. Yeah. Victory. There you go. 9 souls walk out alive, and the crowd roars for the living. Nice job. Nice job, everyone. $13 XP to all survivors. Those who died to get 6 XP. Doesn't help you too much when you're dead, but you do get them. Now it is, man, look at all this. Oh, I can't even see. Copper's Throne, Ruined Dwarf, Super Jesus, 69. Pockmarked City Guard, Brianna, 38. Brent, 36. Coppers going out to everybody. The crowd loved you guys. Lots and lots of coppers going out there. All right, let's go to the winch room. Let's turn the winch to haul up everyone who is living and who is dead. Everyone who survived that, whether you got out alive or incapacitated, gets a blood drop. Kyle, a Motley Pilgrim. Vulgar Unicorn, looks like. Let's deploy the Goblin Medics. Swanzo, 1 HP from the Goblin Medics. That's it. Promotions. So here we go. Motley Pilgrim, Kyle, Cleric, level 1. And your wounds are washed away. So Kyle, you got your fully... Super Jesus, level 1 Dwarf. Ruined Dwarf Miner, level 1. You made it. Nice job. Scratched Cavalry Trooper of Brent, level 1 knight. You made it. Famished Halfling Farmer. Oh, no damage to heal, but level 1 Halfling. Nice job, Dante. A Craven Dwarf Miner, Dwarf level 1, not Thomas. Made it, and your wounds are washed away. Scratch Gnome Apprentice Illusionist, Vulgar Unicorn, Gnome level 1. You made it. Reluctant Acolyte of Joe Bernitson, Cleric level 1. You made it. Pockmarked City Guard, Brianna, Fighter level 1. Lots of promotions in this one. Lots of level 0 characters making it through. I do want to point out, Stable says 5 HP and 4 stamina. That's 1 beefy halfling. I do want to point out that there is going to be a change to the game sometime, maybe next week sometime, because now that we have dodges and evasions for all characters, there is going to be a revision to halflings, because previously halflings were the only characters who got stamina at level 0. And that was supposed to be to sort of make up or be their enhanced dodge that they get in old school RPGs, because I didn't have an actual dodge mechanic. So just be aware that I'm going to revise halflings next week, or the week after. I don't know. That's on the list of things to do. So I'm going to reduce the stamina of the halflings by 2, I believe it is. But then I'm going to increase your natural dodge chance by 2. So I haven't done that yet. But yes, halflings have been beefy on stamina because I had been using stamina kind of as a stand-in for their dodge. But now that I actually have dodge, just be aware. I'm going to let you know sometime, but be aware that's coming. So that's going to change the way halflings speak. Not speak. I just saw that not Thomas said that my dwarf speaks 6 language. Does speaking languages benefit at all? Not at the moment, because we're just fighting in the Bloodcage. But there's a lot more content that I want to do. So, when you go into dungeons and things like this, I'm working as fast as I can to create more content for this game. And so, yeah, speaking languages, it doesn't help you right now when you are fighting in a Bloodcage, because you just have to kill things. But when you go on an adventure later, just stand by. Yes, speaking languages will matter. Let's sort and dismiss. Doing everything I can. I'm creating this game as fast as I can as I am running it right here. All right, the tavern. How we go? Let's see here. We have 22 likes. We need 25. Is there anybody who is watching who has not yet liked the stream? We need 3 more likes. I'm going to go grab some more drink, just 1 second, and then we will do the Gifts of the Fairy. Okay? Gifts of the Fairy, just 1 second. I'm going to grab something to drink. I'm going to run to the restroom, and then we'll do the Gifts of the Fairy, and we'll play cage number 3. So if you need to move characters between the stable and the tavern or whatever you do, that was fight number 2. We're about to go into number 3. Oh, man. Joe Bernitson says, this is the most fun I've had in a long time. Well, thank you. I just want to say, if you've been following my channel for a while, and I know not many people have, because this has been a small channel, but I had been looking for a way for us as a community, an online community, to be able to play games together for years. Those who have followed me, and some of the people are in this chat, for years, I had been looking for ways for us to play games like this as a community online. And I finally think I figured it out, and I made this. So I really, really appreciate that. I love playing this every night. I look forward to playing this every night. I think it's finally working. I tried several things that didn't work. I think this is finally working. So that means quite a bit to me. All right, let me run to the restroom. You guys handle your characters if you need to move something from the tavern or whatever to the stable or back and forth. I will be right back. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. I am back. Thank you all. Let's see. What are people saying? Courtney says, my cats get so pissed because this goes past their bedtime. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got 22 likes. Says Sable Phoenix says, just a thought, we're getting more and more new players. Maybe we should think about implementing a 1 VP per night limit so we can make sure all new players get to play. Maybe. Oh, we have lots of people doing a VIP. Maybe, because I did think about that. So I mean, maybe. But you're right that, like, okay, because we do want new people to be able to play. But if people want a VIP 2 or 3, that's probably okay. But yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. I thought about that. I thought about that, especially having a guest night, and particularly different drafting rules if there is if there's a guest night. But so I can potentially implement that. But yeah, new players are first in line, but after VIPs. So if somebody VIPs in, VIPs are first right now as it stands. VIPs are first, then everybody who is new. But it wouldn't take all that much to say, hey, this is guest night. Because I had thought about having some guest hosts, like other YouTubers or something like that, who would come on the chat, who would come on the stream rather, and guest host with me if they wanted to come in and bring their audience. And then in that case, maybe we say this is guest night, so new people outrank VIPs. So something like that could possibly happen. Oh, Zero is here. Zero, welcome, Zero. You're gonna be fighting tonight. You'll be fighting next. We got Zero. This is cage number 3 of 4. Cage number 3 of 4. Let's play. So yeah, there might be some type of switch I can do to if we have something like a guest night, or we have a special guest where we have new people in that might put new people ahead of VIPs. I've worked on that. Okay, let's go. So welcome. Oh, Brianna just gifted a membership right here. So thank you very much, Brianna. Brianna just gifted a membership to Zero Almighty. Brianna just gifted a membership to Zero Almighty. So Zero Almighty, you got that. Hey, did I somebody asked me if their membership had taken hold, and I believe I took care of that. All right, let's go. 22. Hey, we need some more likes. If you're here, we need to get to 25 likes. Oh, wait, we're supposed to do the gift of the fairy. Let's do the gift of the fairy, then we will go fight. Gift of the fairy. Here we go. Gift of the fairy. Hero of the cage, you bled for Zorn in his cruel game, and though you did not break, your gear did. Here, take this. I found it for you. It might have the blood of one less fortunate still on it, but it was all I could find. Use it well to become the hero that I know you can be. Letitia, 124 coppers. Meat Shield, you get a bag of 105 old coppers. That's Brad. Bongaroo, 49 coppers into your hand. Robin the Brave of Sable the Phoenix, 44 coppers. Final hitter, Brianna Reynolds, 35 coppers. Cracked Bounty Hunter, the Tabletop Scholars, 27 coppers. Brother Band-Aid, 22 coppers. That's of Mrs. Dave. Klutzy, Kyle, 21 coppers, bag of 21 coppers. Sharina, Dave No F's, 122 coppers. 122 coppers. Blackthorn, 61 coppers. Restless Dwarf Armor's Apprentice. Small shield. Not Thomas. You get a small shield. Ali Casplash. Kyle, Vial of Acid. Dorley Borskets. Ill-Kept Buckler. All right, so there we go. So what's going on here is the coppers. We're throwing coppers to everyone now, but the coppers have only been thrown for about the last 2 days. So what I did is I went and used all of the battle logs that I have to recompute how many coppers you would have been thrown. There is nothing for you to spend your coppers on, but I'm trying to get all the characters a little bit of jingle in their pockets. So I went and recomputed how many coppers they would have been thrown if coppers were being thrown since the start of the battle logs anyway, to get some additional coppers later. There's nothing to spend them on right now. But there will be later. But this is just getting a little bit of jingle in everybody's pockets. All right. Let's go to the holding cell. Let's draft the party. This is battle number 3. Wait, what's going on? Let's refresh right here. Okay, there we go. Let's draft the party. Blistered Gnome Forager, level 1, Brianna Reynolds. You are in. Level 0, Well Starred. The Vulgar Unicorn, a Sheltered Pit Gladiator, a rare. Oh my God, we have got. Oh, Vulgar Unicorn has rolled a rare character who is a barbarian. There are not many barbarians in this game. There are not many barbarians. They are extremely rare. Maybe later I should show the whole distribution of characters, because the barbarians, Vulgar Unicorn, these guys are extremely rare. So you have a Sheltered Pit Gladiator, which spawns about 1 in every 354 spawns. So we really need to get the Pit Gladiator out of here, because there are very, very few barbarians in this game. You can roll them, but it's difficult. Okay, so not Thomas, Craven Ironbeard, level 1 dwarf, you are in. 0, a Famished Town Militia. We're going to fight in 1 minute and 22 seconds. If you want to send in something to buff your characters, do it within the next 1 minute and 17 seconds. D.T. Anderson, a Orphaned Dwarf Miner, level 0, uncommon. Tabletop Scholar, a Jaded Cultist, level 0 Cultist, which is a pre-wizard. Mrs. Dave, a Makeshift Porter, you are in. Brad Henry, Blackthorn, level 1 Paladin. Oh, we got to get this Paladin out of here. Look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blackthorn has been through 6 blood cages already. We got to get Blackthorn out of here, and we got to get the Vulgar Unicorns Barbarian out of here. Sable Phoenix, Amended Smuggler. Courtney Bongaroo, been through 3 of these, who is also rare. 1 in every 354 spawns. This is a rare fighter right here, who also happens to be Starborn, which means that this fighter has the top 2% of all ability scores. Swanzo the Thief is in again, level 1 Thief. And then Joe Burnetson, a Scraped Man-at-Arms, you are in. Oh, not Thomas says that I did get a Tribal Warrior. Okay, so yeah, that's rare. So the barbarians, they are extremely rare. Let's see, did we get Sable in here? Sable put in $2 to 94MZ. 94MZ. That is the Pit Gladiator. So I'll make sure we got that. Okay, Sable Phoenix put in $2 to help buff the Vulgar Unicorn's Sheltered Pit Gladiator to try to get him out alive. Thank you very much, Sable. So now the Sheltered Pit Gladiator has +2 temporary hit points going in. Thank you very much, Sable. There was some other question like that. Oh, Tabletop Scholar. I remember this question. I saw this. Tabletop Scholar. Will we ever have in-game ways to acquire more iron coins? No. Okay, so that is an excellent question. That's an excellent question. I do not plan on having any in-game way for you to acquire iron coins. Iron coins are the game's meta currency. So your characters won't ever get iron coins. And actually, as the database is set up, no character can ever have iron coins. The only thing that can have iron coins is a player. So the iron coins are our meta currency that you get. And by the way, you get free iron coins when you log into zornsdungeon.com, and you get enough iron coins to make yourself a VIP. But this is an excellent question. Iron coins are the game's meta currency. Iron coins will only belong to players. Okay, copper, silver, gold coins, those are in-game currencies, and they will belong to your individual characters. That's an excellent question. Hopefully I explained that well. So no, I have no intention of having characters get iron coins in-game. They will get in-game currency, but iron coins are the meta currency that you as a player has or have. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Oh, thank you. Joe Burnetson says, honestly, this is the most fun I've had in a long time. Oh, thank you so much, Joe. Thank you. That makes me feel so good. All right. Scrolling down. All right. Let's play. So, okay, we got the Odds Master has come back. The Vulgar Unicorn has got a 90% chance of survival. Thank goodness for the Pit Gladiator, 90% chance of survival. Brad Blackthorn's Paladin, 77. Sable Phoenix's Mid Smuggler, 25% chance. Courtney, 73% chance. That's good. Also Rare and Starborn. Let's go to the Bloodcage. So, combat commands. You do not have to enter any kind of command in order to your character to play. Your character will auto play on basically bang fight, which will give you balanced offense, defense, and movement. If you want to override that, then put a comment in the chat. Bang AOA. Bang AOA means your character will be going on all-out attack. That increases your attack power. But any shield that you have, oh my God, not Thomas says, how many XP does it take to hit level 2? Like 1,000. People ask this. I've got to create more content for level 1 because this is old school role playing. So how do you get more XP than just by defeating monsters, bringing gold home? Bringing gold home. So this is a great point. Do not expect your character to get through to level 2 just by doing blood cages. Okay, so blood cages, the more blood cages you go through as a level 1 character, it is kind of like vanity. All right, how many blood drops do you earn? How many, these other things you earn? But I've got other content that I'm developing that is actually intended for level 1 characters, where you will also be able to earn gold coins and therefore bring home gold coins and get more experience. So the intention is not, I'm working as fast as I can. But the intention is not that you got to get to level 2 by going through like 100 blood cages. The blood cages are mainly for figuring out who gets to level 1. Okay? If you want a level 1 character, you must go through the blood cage. If you survive the blood cage, you get a level 1 character. Promotions to level 1 after the blood cage are automatic. Okay? But it is not the intention of the game. I gotta do more work. I know I gotta do more work. It's not the intention of the game that we're gonna go through blood cage to blood cage to blood cage. You gotta do like 100 blood cages. That's not it. You can do more blood cages with your level 1 characters for more blood drops, for an attempt to get VIP status. You can attempt to do all that, but I just be aware. No, there's more game content coming. The blood cages are for getting to level 1, because I've got other content coming. You have to be level 1 in order to get to. So just be aware of that. Be aware of that. I'm working as fast as I can. If you look up, if you want to know how long it would take, how many XP it takes to get you to level 2 rather, go to the Old School Essential Rule Book. I've just basically imported that, and that tells you. Okay, so just be right there. Is there a guide to your character, the details in the character? There is a full character sheet. There will be a full rule book incoming on the hackededge.com, but I have not gotten to write it yet. I'm writing as fast as I can. But yeah, you can look at your character sheet. There's not a full rule book published yet. I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay, anyway. All right, let's go. Combat commands. Bang AOA. All-out attack. That increases your attack power. Shields and dodge are useless. If you have a shield and it's useless, dodge is useless. Optional, add coordinates to attempt to move to that square first. So if you do AOA space coordinates, like AOA space D4, you will try to go to that location first. Like go to that location and then hit whatever I can hit there as hard as I can. Okay, move is bang M. Bang M, move, and then coordinates. So like bang M or exclamation point M space D4 will move you to D4. Moves characters to specified coordinates and will persist until arrival. Characters still receive an action as normal on their turn. So if you're trying to move there and you're intercepted, you'll attack. You're not giving up your action to move. AOD, all-out defense. Bang AOD. Bang AOD is all-out defense. You will not move and you will not attack, but you will receive additional defense. Okay? Bang hold is hold the line. Your character will not move, but will attack monsters within range. And by the way, range does mean if you've got a spell or a missile weapon, you will cast a spell or use a missile weapon. If no action is taken, however, meaning there's no monster within your range, and the character is later attacked, you will be treated as if you were on AOD. Bang run is retreat. Okay, this improves your chances of breaking an enemy's engagement lock. So if you are engaged with an enemy, you are fighting them, and you want to get the hell out of there, you want to go on bang run. That's going to improve your chances of breaking off trying to run. If you fail to break off the engagement, you will be treated as if you are on AOD, all-out defense, and then you will try to run again next turn. Optionally, add coordinates like bang run space D4 or whatever to try to run toward the coordinates you specify. Bang fight, that returns you to your default mode of attacking. That cancels all previous orders and returns the character to autoplay mode. All right. You can send in as many orders as you want. If the situations change, send in as many orders as you want, but your character will execute the last order given, and it will execute that at the start of their turn. Let's open the cage. Bloodcage number 3. Here we go. 12 PCs to 15 monsters. 12 PCs to 15 monsters. And yes, Tabletop Scholar is going AOA. Once the characters drop into the Bloodcage, we are now accepting orders. So you can send in whatever orders you want now in order to, and they will be executed on the start of the next turn. All right, 12 PCs, 15 monsters, 3 white apes. Send in your combat commands while I send out the call out the ranks. Brad Blackthorn, one of our heroes. Brad Henry Blackthorn, first row. DT Anderson, an orphan dwarf miner, first row. Courtney Bongaroo, first row. Joe Burnitson, a scraped man-at-arms, first row. Zero, Famish Town Militia. Well, we are extremely fighter heavy. Look at this. We have 3 white apes, but we are very, very fighter type heavy because Zero, Famish Town Militia on the second row. Okay, not Thomas, Craven Ironbeard on the second row, a dwarf. Also on the second row, Vulgar Unicorn's Shattered Pit Gladiator is on the second row. We almost have 2 full rows of fighter types. We are very fighter heavy in here. Then Swanzo, that's a bandit on the second row. Then we've got Sable Phoenix, Amended Smuggler, third row. Brianna, third row. Mrs. Dave, Makeshift Porter, third row. Tabletop Scholar, a Jaded Cultist, third row. So very, very fighter heavy. Very, very fighter heavy. All right, here's to everybody. Let's fight. Let's start the fight. All right, Goblin. Goblin starting this off. Goblin is going into Blackthorn. 2 points of damage with a crude spear into Brad Henry's Blackthorn. That's how we start this off. White Ape targets Scraped Man-at-Arms. This is Joe Bernitson, probably going to Tabletop Scholar and just say bang surrender. Joe Bernitson takes a boulder. Only 1 point of damage from that White Ape right there. Okay, Cave Imp. Cave Imp's turn next. Cave Imp going into Bongaroo, breaking the claw. Evaded. Nice job. Bongaroo evades the Cave Imp's attack. Nice job. White Ape targets Orphaned Dwarf Miner. Probably going to throw. Yes, boulder throwing. White Ape number 3 throws into Orphaned Dwarf Miner. 5.5 points of damage. 1 of 6. Whoa, that was rough. Not dead, but that was rough. Left at 1 of 6. Ratkin Mongrel. Man, the monsters are drawing first. Ratkin Mongrel goes into Joe Bernitson. Evaded, though. Ratkin Mongrel's bite is evaded. Nice work. We are still at 12 heroes. Now it is Craven Ironbeard. This is not Thomas coming up to Goblin number 1 in the flank. 9 points of damage. 9 points of damage. Puts Goblin down to -6 hit points. Goblin's legs buckle and it's over. Goblin now looking at Craven Ironbeard steps up. 2 points of damage. 1 turned aside. Minor piercing wound. Blackthorn targets Cave Imp. Blackthorn comes up to Cave Imp, skewered for 6 points of damage. Major piercing wound. Cave Imp goes down permanently. Nice job, Blackthorn. Blackthorn comes down and cuts down the Cave Imp. We are now 12 PCs to 13 monsters. 0 is going hold. Oh, 0 holds right there on the second row. Scraped Man-at-Arms goes AOA down to C6. Wants to get some AOA going on to Ratkin Mongrel. Ratkin Mongrel, 4-point piercing wound. So drops Ratkin Mongrel to -2. Cave Imp now targets Blackthorn. Cave Imp comes into 1 point of damage, Cave Imp comes in for 1 point of damage into Blackthorn. Cave Imp moves also into Blackthorn. This time moves into Blackthorn's flank. 1 point of damage to Blackthorn, minor slashing wound. 12 PCs to 12 monsters. We have a Gremlin who's way over there in Zone 3, trying to get over to DT Anderson. Looking not going to be able to do it. Let's see. Mended Smuggler, Sable Phoenix, moves toward the Gremlin. Yes. Mended Smuggler comes up toward Gremlin, 1 point of damage, but that's all that it takes to put down a Gremlin. The Gremlin lets out a final snarl and falls. Slimeling targets Mended Smuggler. Slimeling now coming up to Sable Phoenix with its pseudopods. Slap. 2 points of damage, minor bludgeoning wound. All right, Goblin Runt moves toward Mended Smuggler, coming in with a rusty shiv, 1 point of damage. Oh, Sable Phoenix's Mended Smuggler goes down, but passes the death save, unconscious, laying on the floor, but still alive. Okay, so Goblin targets Scraped Man-at-Arms, Joe Bernitson. Scraped Man-at-Arms takes 2 points of damage from the crude spear at 2 of 5 right there. Okay, Blistered Gnome accepts a move to B3 order. Okay, looking at White Ape. Underdog, gonna be able to cast from, no, gonna be able to throw from there because she's got a sling. 1 point of damage to the White Ape from Brianna. Okay, so steps up, 1 point of damage with the gnome's sling. Goblin targets Scraped Man-at-Arms. Goblin hits 4 points of damage to Joe Bernitson. Joe, a Scraped Man-at-Arms. You are dead. It is over. I am sorry. Your Man-at-Arms has perished. Jaded Cultist goes AOA. This is Tabletop Scholar going AOA, looking down here at this goblin, which is going to be at a poison spray. Yes, it is. Poison spray coming in on goblin number 4's flank. 5 points of damage, -2. Nice. Okay, Sheltered Pit Gladiator. Okay. Oh, Vulgar Unicorns going AOA, just like a barbarian should. Let's see. Going AOA, not able to get to the white ape, though. Stopped by this goblin number 2. Comes in 8 points of damage with a short spear. Goblin number 2 falls with a final thud. I will say barbarian steps up and shoves the spear through its eye. Okay, archers are being readied atop the Bloodcage. Bongaroo is going fight. Bongaroo comes into Goblin Runt. Goblin Runt's body goes limp. It is finished. White Ape targets Bongaroo. White Ape moves toward Bongaroo. Believe it's going to throw. White Ape number 1 throws at Bongaroo. Evaded. Steps aside. No damage. Courtney, you evade the boulder attack. Nice job. Swanzo targets Cave Imp. Swanzo's coming up into Cave Imp's flank. Swanzo comes in on the Cave Imp's flank. Critical strike with a short sword. 8 points of damage. A tremendous piercing wound that buries the point. The Cave Imp collapses and is dead. Slimeling comes up to Bongaroo. No damage, 1 stamina point spent. Makeshift Porter targets Cave Imp. Makeshift Porter is able to come in on Cave Imp's flank. Makeshift Porter comes in on Cave Imp's flank. Cave Imp takes 1 point of damage, minor bludgeoning wound. Not able to put the Cave Imp down. Orphan Dwarf Miner. This is DT Anderson moving up to D2. Not able to do anything from there. Okay. Round number 2. Initiative deck is reshuffled. We are 10 PCs to 7 monsters. Let's see. Now, Goblin comes in to Craven Ironbeard. 5 points of damage. Yikes. Not able to drop him, but 5 points of damage, leaving him at 1. 5 arrows are going to come in from the Goblin Archers atop the Bloodcage. Jaded Cultist. This is Tabletop Scholar. 2 points of damage, a minor piercing wound. Swanzo takes 4 points of damage. Oh, Swanzo drops. Oh my God. F in the chat. F in the chat for Swanzo. Swanzo's level 1 thief named Swanzo has fallen. F in the chat. I am sorry, Swanzo. The titular Swanzo has fallen. I am sorry. F in the chat for Swanzo. Blistered Gnome Forager. Brianna comes in 1 point of damage. Or Brianna takes 1 point of damage from the with the gnome. Famished Town Militia. Twist with the strike to bleed. 1 stamina spent, no wound. Orphan Dwarf. Oh, 2 points of damage. Oh, will he save? No! Oh my God, DT Anderson, your Orphan Dwarf Miner has perished. Zorn signals to ready the portcullis. Goblins stand by on the crank. 8 PCs to 7 monsters. Bongaroo going to an MB4. Bongaroo comes into Slimeling. 5 points of damage. The Slimeling lets out a final snarl and falls. White Ape targets Bongaroo. White Ape coming up. Bongaroo evaded. Nice job, Bongaroo. Nice job. Gonna come in again. White Ape coming in again. Deflected. Bongaroo sweeps its shield up to meet the blow. Sparks fly, but nothing lands. Nice job, Bongaroo. Nice job. White Ape comes into Bongaroo's flank now. Man, they want Bongaroo. Bongaroo's buckler is blown apart. 1 damage rips through the wreckage. So gone to 6 to 7. Then White Ape comes in again. Oh my God. 3 points of damage, a moderate bludgeoning wound. Bungaroo is down to 3 of 7, suffering the attacks of 2 White Apes in here. Oh my God. Now, White Ape number 2 coming up to the Sheltered Pit Gladiator. 5 points of damage, 2 turned aside. Now coming again. Oh my God. The Sheltered Pit Gladiator's half helm cracks and sheds. A near miss with death. A Shattered Pit Gladiator is left staggered, but still up. Oh my God. Ratkin Gorechild now being released behind us. Ratkin Gorechild targets a blistered gnome forager. 1 point of damage, a minor slashing wound, cleaving the meat. We are 8 to 7. Man, I don't know what to say about cleaving the meat. Oh my God. Okay, last stand. Craven Iron Beard, the dwarf, puts 8 points of damage on Goblin number 3, drops him to -5. Sheltered Pit Gladiator, the Vulgar Unicorn, goes to put him down, put this White Ape down. 6 points of damage. Okay, didn't drop him in 1, but 6 points of damage to the ape. Blistered Gnome, Brianna goes into Ratkin Gorechild, 4 points of damage, a moderate bludgeoning wound, locked in combat with the gnome. Ratkin Gorechild deflected. Cave Imp number 2 comes into Blackthorn, Brad Henry, and his attack with his talons are deflected. Nice work. 8 PCs to 6 monsters. Famished Town Militia 0 Almighty goes AOA, looking at the White Ape. Yes, comes up to White Ape, decides he wants some White Ape, runs across the board to the White Ape. 7 points of damage. 0 Almighty goes 7, runs across into zone 2 and puts 7 points of damage on the ape. Nice job. Jaded Cultist now looking at the White Ape with some poison spray. 3 points of damage, drops that. The White Ape expires on the cold stone. Slimeling targets Bongaroo. Slimeling number 2 comes up to Bongaroo. 4 points of damage from pseudopods. Oh my God! Bongaroo, level 1, you have dropped. Bongaroo, you have dropped. I am sorry. F in the chat. Starborn and Rare, top 2% of ability scores, also a 1 in 354%, 1 in 354 spawns. Survivor of 3 cages, Bongaroo. I am sorry, Courtney. I am sorry. Bongaroo has perished. 7 PCs to 5 monsters. Makeshift Porter now comes up to Cave Imp number 2. Cave Imp is slammed for 1 point of damage, minor bludgeoning wound. The Cave Imp collapses and is dead. Blackthorn. Okay, targets Ratkin Gorechild. Blackthorn goes into Ratkin Gorechild, reels from 5 points of damage, major bludgeoning wound with the bludgeoning end of the Warhammer. Nice job, Blackthorn. Takes out Ratkin Gorechild. Famished Town Militia 0 Almighty going AOA into White Ape. Cut him down. 5 points of damage to the White Ape. Oh, with a long spear. So jabs the long spear into the White Ape. White Ape falls with a final thud. White Ape now also targets Famished Town Militia. White Ape comes into Famished Town Militia, hammered for 1 point of damage, minor bludgeoning wound. White Ape comes in again. Town Militia's half helm cracks and sheds, a near miss with death, leaving him staggered. Makeshift Porter goes, blesses the Craven Iron Beard, giving him 2 temporary hit points back. Or 2 temporary hit points. That's not bad at all. Blistering Gnome. This is Brianna going AOA to an F4. Let's see. Okay, AOA going in. Cat note with a sling. I forgot he has a sling. Pummeled for 4 points of damage. minor bludgeoning wound. 7 PCs to 2 monsters. Sheltered Pit Gladiator, the Vulgar Unicorn, looking at the White Ape, coming up to the White Ape with a short spear, impales him with 7 points of damage, puts it through his throat. Nice job. Death claims the White Ape. Vulgar Unicorn, nice job. We are 7 PCs to 1 monster. Craven Ironbeard going AOA to E3. Let's see. No, DE. No, can't get there. Okay, can't get to E3. Think somebody else took that space. 7 points of damage, but don't worry about it. Jaded Cultist with a sickle takes out Flymeling fell-handed. 3 points of damage. That's it. Nice job. Nice job. Victory. 7 souls walk out alive. 1 is hauled out unconscious. The crowd roars for the living. Nice job. Yes, good game. Nice, good game. 9 XP each. 8 survivors share the spoils. Those who fell get 4 XP. Crowd throws coppers to the favorites. 161 coppers go out. Sheltered Pit Gladiator, 36. I took that down. Oh, there we go. 161 in total were thrown out to everybody who lived. The crowd chose their favorites. Nice work, everybody. All right, winch room. Everybody comes up. Everybody who survived gets a blood drop. Let's see. Craven Ironbeard. A little bit of help from the Goblin Medics. A little more help from the Goblin Medics. Nice job. You're at 3 of 7. Blackthorn. Brad Henry. Goblin Medics tend to wound. +1 HP. Who gets promoted? So 0, level 1 fighter. Famished Town Militia. 0, Almighty. You get a level 1 fighter. Makeshift Porter, Mrs. Dave, level 1 cleric. You made it through. Nice job. Sheltered Pit Gladiator, the Vulgar Unicorn, level 1 barbarian. Nice job. We got one more fight tonight, right? Jaded Cultist, tabletop scholar, level 1 mage. Nice job. Made it through. Charm Person, learned. Not functional yet, but learned. Blistered Gnome, a Forager, Brianna, Gnome, level 1. Mended Smuggler, Sable Phoenix, Thief, level 1. Made it through. All right, let's go and sort and dismiss. If you are new here, the only free healing in the game, the only free magic healing in the game is moving from level 0 to level 1, in which case all your spells are restored, all your hit points, and all your stamina are restored. If you are above level 0, well, you will have to go to the infirmary if you are wounded. And here is everybody. 2 more likes. Do we still need 2 more likes? Are there not 2 people here who have not liked the stream that need to like it? We need the blessing of the fairy before we go in again. If you have not liked the stream, please like the stream. But if you have made it through the Bloodcage, that your character lands in the stable, you will not, I repeat, you will not be drafted to fight if you are in the stable. If you want to fight, you must be in the tavern, okay? You must be in the tavern. So if you have characters that are in the stable, hit bang T all. This is the command right here. We did the Gift of the Fairy tonight, actually, Tabletop Scholar. Enter this command, and it will move all of your characters from the, if you have any characters in the tavern, well, not /T, but bang T. It's bang T all. Bang T all, and your characters will move over. If you want finer grained control over where you're moving your characters, maybe you want some of them to fight, you don't want other ones to fight, do that on zornsdungeon.com. Log into zornsdungeon.com with the same YouTube credentials, Google credentials, and YouTube channel that you are playing the game on, and you'll see all of your characters and you'll be able to move them individually over. And by the way, you'll get enough iron coins to give yourself a VIP. So please do that. Let's see. Then, okay, so exactly. Say 0 just went bang T all, and there was one character who was in the stable and it marched over to the tavern. You can go the other way, bang S all, like I'm about to do, and that will move characters. If you're done for the night and you do not want them to fight without you, then you can go bang S all. It will move all of your characters from the stable, from the tavern over to the stable. Bang S moves characters from the tavern to the stable. But remember, level 0 characters cannot leave the tavern. Level 0 characters cannot leave the tavern. The game will enforce that for you. All right, let's go. We got one more fight tonight. One more fight tonight. I know, I'm looking at, I got 23 likes. I'm showing 23 likes up here. 25, 23 out of 25. Are there 2 people here? I'm going to give it like 30 seconds. Are there 2 people here who have not hit the like button so that we can get the blessing of the fairy and get people in here? Please, let's do it. I am not sure the meaning of this question. Not Thomas asks, are there any legendary characters not drawn yet? Are you talking about like rare characters? I believe that no. We've drawn a lot of characters, so I don't think there's anything that has not been drawn yet. I will mention that there is one thing that I noticed that I have not fixed like that, fixed with our character draws yet, is that in my rule book for level 1, there are bards. No, there isn't. There is not a tier higher than a rare. But in my level 1 rule book, there are bards. But when I was looking at my level 0 rule book, which has been implemented, there are no level 0 bards. So there is going to be, when I can get to it, a revision of the level 0 character creation, because right now it's impossible to be a bard. And that was not my intention. So eventually I'm going to do a revision to this that will add in bards. So bards will end up being rare just because we've been playing for like, what's this, 39 episodes or something like that. There have been no bards. They'll end up being rare just because the number of people who are able to draw them is so rare. But I intended for there to be bards, but right now there are no bards. No, but Not Thomas says, good, I hate music. Okay, so Not Thomas doesn't want there to be bards anyway. All right. Well, we gave the opportunity for people to like the stream, but we are at 23 likes out of 25. We need 2 more likes. We're just not getting them. So Not Thomas, an outnumbered. Oh, hey, Kyle, welcome. Not Thomas, an outnumbered tribal warrior. Sable Phoenix, an oblivious squire as a VIP. Let's see. Let's see. Vulgar Unicorn has done a VIP. DT Anderson fought 1 time 0 Almighty. Kyle comes in. Hey, Kyle. Yes, remember, presence is determined by have you spoken in the chat within 35 minutes. So if you are here and you want to fight and you already have a character in the tavern, make sure that you do say something like hi, like Kyle just said. All right, let's fight. Let's do it. It's time. One more fight tonight, and then we will go and take a look at the leaderboards. Let's draft the party. Not Thomas, outnumbered tribal warriors in. Whoa, Not Thomas is going back in. Not Thomas with the tribal warrior. Okay, Sable Phoenix and Oblivious Squire, level 0, well-starred going in. Sable Phoenix. Oh, Sable Phoenix just gifted, let's see, the tribal warrior all the way, and an Oblivious own fighter. Let's see. Oh, okay, let's make sure that works. Let's see. Not Thomas, so that is going to F. Yes, F. Oh, and then Courtney came in as well. Let's make sure that everything we get is what we were expecting to. So Sable Phoenix buffed. So not Thomas's outnumbered tribal warrior, but then also Q4DX. Okay, that is the Oblivious Squire. Okay, all fully buffed. Got you. Thank you very much, Sable. Got you. Okay. Then Courtney came in and buffed JGKX. Why didn't those go through? That's why I'm looking at it. Okay, right there. Let's see. Whoop. All right, got it. All right, thank you very much, Sable and Courtney. I believe we have it. There we go. Okay. Solid front line. Okay, Sable says I want a solid front line. So there we go. Okay, so yes, okay. So I believe, did we get all of this? Oh, maybe we're just a little bit of delayed right here. Because this should be not there and not there. Okay, so there we go. Okay, maybe it was just taking a little bit of time on me, a little bit of delay. But it looks like we got it all. Okay, so not Thomas. Okay, so we got 20. We got a little bit more time. We got 21 seconds. Not Thomas, an outnumbered tribal warrior. Sable Phoenix, who has great odds of getting out of this, 76% chance, an Oblivious Squire. The vulgar unicorn, Nomer Simpson. Okay, nice vulgar unicorn. Nomer Simpson, level 1 gnome is in. Zero Almighty, a famished town militia, level 1 fighter. DT Anderson, a shabby antiquarian's assistant. You are in. Tabletop scholar, a guarded porter. Dave Burt, the gnome, level 1. Wait, did I not do that right? Wait, did I not do that right? Did I not do it right? It came through right? No, you were completely right. Okay, I'm sorry. You were completely right. Got you. I'm sorry, Sable. You were completely right. Got you. Yes, got you. I am sorry. Sable. So it looks like there was like a delay in what was going on. So it looks like the bot ended up getting it right. So I'm sorry. Got you, Sable. I'm sorry, Sable. Got you. So yes, that includes saves. Okay, going in. Bert, level 1 gnome. Where was I going with that? Brent, an unlucky halfling farmer. Kyle, done, level 1 thief. Courtney, great odds of getting out Bongaroo. Rare and well-starred. Okay. Brianna, tattered merchant's guard, and then Swanzo, a pockmarked sexton. All right. 7 level 0 characters, which means 5 level 1 characters. Well, 63 total HP. 63 total HP. Average HP 5. That's pretty good. This is pretty beefy party. All right, let's go fight. I think I got everybody's buffs sorted out. All right, let's go. Do I need to go over the combat commands? I don't think I do. Bang AOA for all-out attack. Bang M to move and add the coordinates in there. Bang AOD for all-out defense. Bang hold for hold the line. Bang run to retreat. Bang fight to return to default. Your character will accept the last order given and will execute it at the start of the next turn. If you need to, you can pause the screen and read all of these. Let's open the cage. All right, 12 PCs to 15 monsters. 12 PCs to 15 monsters. 3 white apes. Okay, not Thomas, an outnumbered tribal warrior. You're on the front line. Courtney, Bongaroo, front line. Swanzo, pockmarked sexton, front line. Sable Phoenix, an oblivious squire, front line. And yes, now we are accepting combat orders. Now that we are dropped in, the system now accepts combat orders. You're welcome to send those combat orders. This is the final fight of the night, and then we will look at the leaderboard. 0, second line. Famished Town Militia. Brianna, Tattered Merchant's Guard, second line. Brent, an unlucky halfling farmer, second line. Kyle, done, second line. Tabletop Scholar, a guarded porter, third line. The Vulgar Unicorn, that's Nomer Simpson, third line. Dave Burt, third line. DT Anderson, a shabby antiquarian's assistant, third line. Okay, we are 12 to 15, 3 white apes. Let's start the fight. Cave Imp goes Bongaroo Bay Biscuits. Oh, rolls with the strike, unhurt, 1 stamina spent. Still has 10 of 9. Nice job. Exclamation point M0. I'm sorry, it doesn't recognize slash, but exclamation point M0. Pockmarked Sexton takes 2 damage, 1 turned aside, 1 taken as injury. Bert. Dave. Targets Goblin. Nothing going there. Can't get there. Tattered Merchant's Guard goes Cave Imp in the flank. Okay, so Tattered Merchant's Guard Brianna goes into Cave Imp's flank. 5 points of damage. Death claims the Cave Imp. Nice job, Brianna. Dropped Cave Imp. 12 PCs to 14 monsters. It is now the outnumbered tribal warrior, not Thomas, coming into Goblin number 4. 5 points of damage. Comes in with a club and clubs Goblin number 4 to death. We got to protect him. Get up there and protect him. Done. Moves toward Goblin number 2 in the flank with a club also. Finds the vitals with a club. 9 points of damage. Grievous bludgeoning wound. Done. Puts down Goblin number 2. Not bad at all right there. Let's go. So, let's see. Brent goes AOA. This is the unlucky halfling going AOA. Comes up. What is the halfling going to do? Halfling is on an AOA. Oh, wait, not able to get there. White 8 moves toward outnumbered tribal apprentice, throws a rock into not Thomas. Come on, we've got to do more than that. Guarded Porter goes AOA. Come on, we got to get the Porter in there. The halfling couldn't move far enough. Tabletop Scholar moving to, not because you have to stay. No, Tabletop Scholar ends up blessing the outnumbered tribal warrior, giving him 1 temporary hit point back. Okay, goes AOA, but gets up there, can't reach anything, so goes to the blessing. Okay, Nomer Simpson, also an AOA, can't do anything from the back. Man, we have lots of people who are in the back and can't do anything. Shabby Antiquarian's assistant, not able to do anything. Looking toward Goblin. Can you get there, DT Anderson? No. Okay, Famished Town Militia, Zero Almighty goes M to E3. Looking at the Goblin coming up. Bleeds from a thrust of 5 points of damage with a long spear right there. The Goblin falls with a final thud. 12 PCs to 11 monsters. We have a Goblin now that can come up to our tribal warrior. 3 points of damage, 2 turned aside, 1 taken as injury. We need to punish that. Come on. Cave Imp now looking at Zero Almighty. Cave Imp number 2 coming in. Grit to the force the blow, 1 stamina spent. No wounds right there. All right, now Bungaroo Bay Biscuits going AOD, standing AOD. Okay. Cave Imp goes to the outnumbered tribal warrior, swings 2 points of damage, a minor slashing wound right there. Ratkin Mongrel targets Guarded Porter, Tabletop Scholar, comes up, skewered for 2 points of damage, minor piercing wound. Guarded Porter is down to 2 of 4. It is 12 PCs to 11 monsters. Slimeling comes up to Brianna Reynolds with the pseudopods, 3 points of damage. But still standing. Cave Imp now looking at Tattered Merchant's Guard. We have a lot of apes to go. 2 apes to go. 3 still on the board. Cave Imp not going to be able to get there. Cave Imp coming from too far away. White Ape looking for a target, going into Zero Almighty. Is he going to be able to throw? Yes, he'll be able to throw his boulder into The famished town militia takes 2 points of damage, a minor bludgeoning wound, and that's it. Okay, pockmarked Sexton Swanzo goes to Ratkin Mongrel. Pockmarked Sexton goes into Ratkin Mongrel's flank. 2 points of damage. That's going to be enough to drop the Ratkin Mongrel. Ratkin Mongrel staggers, twitches, and falls. Nice job, pockmarked Sexton. Goblin Runt now looking at Zero, coming up, still looking at Zero in the Zero's flank. Zero is taking lots of attention, or tracking lots of evaded. Nice job. The famished town militia evades the Goblin Runt's shiv. Oblivious Squire Sable Phoenix moves to E6. Okay, then goes right into the flank of Cave Imp. Comes into the flank of Cave Imp. 6 points of damage with an arming sword. Cave Imp drops. Nice job. Bang fight, Zero. Bang fight. Exclamation point fight. Slimeling now targets an Oblivious Squire. Comes into Sable Phoenix. 1 point on the Fated Blessing. Temporary hit point gone. No injury right there. We still have 12 PCs up. 12 PCs up to 9 monsters. White Ape is looking at the pockmarked Sexton. Pockmarked Sexton, 2 points of damage, a minor bludgeoning wound right there. Round number 2, the initiative deck is reshuffled. AOD, Brent accepts a fight order. No, Brent is going fight order. This is the Goblin Runt. Somebody may go on AOD, but this is now Brent going fight into Goblin Runt. 4 points of damage. The unlucky halfling farmer of Brent cuts down Goblin Runt. Nice job. Outnumbered tribal warrior is going fight. So he's going to be going into Goblin number 3 with a club. 5 points of damage. Nice job. Goblin number 3 is put down. The Goblin lets out a final snarl. Nice job. Took out Goblin number 3. Zorn readies the archers. A volley is incoming. We may have to take a volley from Zorn. Nomer Simpson going fight. Let's see. Nomer Simpson looking at White Ape. Can we please get him in action? Vulgar Unicorn. Nomer Simpson targets with the poison spray. 1 point of damage to Slimeling number 1. Cave Imp targets a famished militia member. Famished town militia, 1 point of damage. 1 point of damage. Pockmarked Sexton now weaves virtue around an unlucky halfling farmer. He will get 1 temporary hit point. Nice job. 1 temporary hit point. Bert goes AOA. Bert's looking for an AOA. Can't get to anything. Way back there in the back. Guarded Porter targets Cave Imp. Steps up. Guarded Porter comes in on Cave Imp. 6 points of damage. Major bludgeoning wound. The Cave Imp hits the stone and does not rise. White Ape targets the Porter coming up, slamming his fist. 5 points of damage. The tabletop scholars. Guarded Porter drops. Is the AOA command working right? Then goes in. Well, I can check. Evaded. It depends on what they have. I will definitely check it. Arrow Storm. Zorn looses the arrows. 7 arrows. We have 7 arrows coming in. 7 arrows coming in. Kyle, dun. Kyle, dun, is impaled for 4 points of damage. Moderate piercing wound. Shabby Antiquarian's assistant, DT Anderson, takes 2 points of damage. Nomer Simpson takes 2 points of damage. 1 turned aside, 1 taken as injury. Minor piercing wound. Bongaroo Biscuits takes 2 points of damage. 1 turned aside, 1 taken as injury. Outnumbered Tribal Warrior, 2 points of damage, minor piercing wound. Tattered Merchant's Guard, Brianna, takes 1 point of damage, minor piercing wound that punches through. Oblivious Squire, Sable Phoenix, takes 2 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 1 taken as injury. Zorn signals to ready the portcullis. The goblins are standing by the crank. We might have to take portcullis monsters, but we are 11 PCs to 6 monsters. Can we put these monsters down? Can we just do it? Okay, done. Kyle looking at White Ape, trying to get there. Not able to get to the target. Okay, Bongaroo Biscuits. Let's see, goes, what's this? Going toward the White Ape, comes in. Bongaroo comes in, punctured for 4 points of damage, moderate piercing wound. The White Ape is knocked to the floor. Slimeling targets Merchant's Guard. Deflected. Nice job, Brianna. Your Tattered Merchant's Guard has deflected the Slimeling's attack. You are still up. It's 11 PCs to 6 monsters. Brianna is going fight. Looks like going into Slimeling. Tattered Merchant's Guard closes. 2 turned aside. There's no wound with the short spear. The Slimeling resists that kind of attack. Now it's White Ape going into outnumbered Tribal Warrior. Slams his fist into Tribal Warrior. 1 point of damage. Minor bludgeoning wound. Then turns on the Town Militia. Famished Town Militia, 0, takes 6 points of damage, a major bludgeoning wound. The Famished Town Militia drops to the floor unconscious, but still alive. Are we going to be able to get the Famished Town Militia out? We have got a Ratkin Gorechild with a Ratkin Gore Strider coming in behind our lines. Right here, Ratkin Gorechild goes to Bert. Ratkin Gorechild comes in on Bert, sickening precision. Bert takes 10 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 9 taken as injury. Major slashing wound right there. 1 blow, Bert is finished. Bert, I am sorry. F in the chat. F in the chat for Bert. Bert, F in the chat for Dave's level 1 gnome. F in the chat. Pay your respects. F for the fallen. Dave's level 1 gnome has perished. Ratkin Gorechild comes up to Dun. Comes into Kyle. 4 points of damage, a moderate slashing wound, lays him open. Oh, another F in the chat. Another F in the chat. We have lost Kyle. Kyle's Dun. Level 1 thief has fallen. 8 PCs to 8 monsters. White Ape targets an outnumbered tribe. Oh no, White Ape coming in to not Thomas. Evaded. Outnumbered Tribal Warrior sidesteps. The ape does not attack. Then he turns to the unlucky halfling farmer. Goes into Brent. Brent takes 4 points of damage, 2 turned aside, 2 taken as injury. Let's cut them down. It's 8-8, but come on, PCs, let's cut them down. Shabby Antiquarian's assistant is going, hold. Come on, do you have a spell? Yes. Okay, Acid Splash going into Gore Strider, 4 points of damage. Cut them all down, please. We need it. Squire, Sable Phoenix goes AOA. Going AOA right here. Please cut something down. Cut down the Slimeling. Oblivious Squire goes into Slimeling, 5 points of damage. 2 resisted, but 3 do get through. The Slimeling drops. Good. Yes, man, the Tribal Warrior is completely surrounded. We are going to round 3. It is the initiative deck is redrawing. Cut them down, please. Nomer Simpson, Ratkin Gorechild. Nomer Simpson goes in with Poison Spray to Ratkin Gorechild's flank. 3 points of damage. We need more. Let's just cut them down. Let's draw PCs, draw heroes. Tattered Merchant's Guard goes into Slimeling. Come on, cut him down. 2 piercing damage. Oh, it is shrugged off from the Slimelings Resistance. Cave Imp's time. It is Cave Imp going into outnumbered Tribal Warrior. 2 points of damage. Oh my God. Oh, he is down, but he is not dead. He is down, but he is not dead. Can we win this? Can we win this and haul him back up? Tribal Warrior is down. Can't help us now, but he still saves. Can we get this up? White Ape number 2 comes into the Oblivious Squire of Sable Phoenix. 4 points of damage. The Oblivious Squire of Sable Phoenix drops and is dead. Oblivious Squire folds on the wound and is gone. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits goes AOA. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits AOA. Let's get into this White Ape over here. Into the flank. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits comes into the ape's flank. 13 points of damage. Catastrophic slashing wound with a halberd. What do you do with a halberd? Yes, catastrophic slashing wounds. Drops him. Nice job. It is now 6-6. Ratkin Gorestrider looking at a target coming up to the pockmarked Sexton of Swanzo, reeling from 8 points of damage, a tremendous slashing wound. The pockmarked Sexton of Swanzo has been slain. Okay, Shabby Antiquarian's assistant DT Anderson goes AOA, going AOA, going into White Ape, looking at White Ape. Take him down, take him down. Acid Splash going into the White Ape. 5 points of damage, a major acid wound. That's a lot of help. That's a lot of help, DT Anderson. A lot of help. So, I mean, that was good. Didn't take him down, but a lot of help. Brent is going AOA. Where is Brent going to go? He's on an AOA, and he's basically surrounded. Going into this White Ape. Underdog going into White Ape. Skewered for 6 points of damage. Major piercing wound with a short spear. Takes out the White Ape. Surrounded right there, but at least Brent took out that ape. That is huge. That is huge. Slimeling now coming up to a tattered merchant's guard. Deflected. Nice job. Brianna deflected. Sets her shield. Shunts the attack of the pseudopods of the Slimeling. Ratkin Gorechild targets an unlucky halfling farmer. Unlucky halfling farmer sustains 5 points of damage. Oh! Brent's unlucky halfling farmer drops. Zorn spares the worthy. The horde is called off. Zorn spares the worthy. Everybody who's living gets 7 XP. Zorn spares the worthy. People who died got 3 XP. Zorn spares the worthy. Bongaroo Biscuits, 35 coppers. Tattered Merchant's Guard, 30. Nomer Simpson, 23. Shabby Antiquarian's Assistant, 23. There were 111 coppers thrown by the crowd into everyone. We're going to go through the winch room, then we'll take a look at the leaderboard and see what changed. Winch room, turn the winch. Everybody who survived gets a blood drop. That's what that means. Blood drops mean that you survived. Bongaroo Biscuits, medic tends the wound, +1. Nice job. Nomer Simpson, no help. Famished Town Militia, +1 HP. Okay. Goblin medics tend to wound. Promotions. Shabby Antiquarian's Assistant, level 1 mage. PT Anderson, you got a level 1 mage. Nice job. The Fairy's Blessing with the wounds washed away. Light, you learn light. An outnumbered tribal warrior, Barbarian level 1. Not Thomas at Barbarian level 1. Nice job. Nice job. Tattered Merchant's Guard, Brianna. Your wounds wash away. Nice job. All right, sort and dismiss. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. First, the infirmary. We got 35. Let me refresh this to make sure it's current. 34 characters. We have 34 characters in the infirmary. Some will be here for a long time. Some have another day or two. So just depends on their Meat Shield. 2-time VIP has another 3 days in the infirmary. The stable, all right. So we have 271 living characters in the stable. All right, let's look at the leaderboard. Most kills. Anybody? No. Okay, no, right here. So let's see. Blackthorn got +3 kills tonight. Total of 14 kills. That moves him up 7 slots to be tied at number 8. Okay, this is all-time. Bongaroo also shows up in the top 25 for the first time with 9 kills. You got at least 9 or 10 kills to be on the all-time leaderboard. Cage MVPs. Did we have any MVPs tonight? Not sure. I don't think so. Okay, Boss Slayer. The bosses are the white apes or anything that comes through the Bloodcage. So, anybody? Yes, let's see. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits killed a major monster tonight. Moves up 4 slots, having killed 4 total, to be tied at number 11. Okay. Damage Dealer. Let's see. Who has dealt the most damage in this game in total? Well, Blackthorn from Brad Henry has showing up on the top 25 for the first time at number 19 with 79 points of damage. Nice job, Blackthorn. Most bruised. Who has taken damage? Oh, Bongaroo took 27 points of damage, unfortunately perished, but is now tied at number 11 for most amount of damage taken. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits took 1 point of damage, now tied at number 15, having taken 26 points of damage. Bert and Blackthorn are also new on the top 25 for most damage taken in their career, both of them having taken 22 points of damage and tied at number 22. Biggest single hit. Did we have a major single hit tonight? I don't remember. Yeah, in order to this is the major single hit. Like how much damage can you do in a single hit? You got to do at least 15 points of damage in a single hit to get on the all-time leaderboard. Most XP. Did anybody come up to the most XP? Not yet. Don't worry. I'm working on it. I'm working as fast as I can to get you level 1 content. I'm working as fast as I can to get you level 1 content. Let's see. Wealthiest. So no, Cedric, Sable Phoenix, 260 coppers in there. Oh, Blackthorn of Brad Henry now has 146 coppers. New on the top 25 for the first time. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits got 35 coppers. Moves up 2 slots now that he has 144 coppers, or now that she has 144 coppers. Now at number 7, Sharina has 131 coppers, now number 10 for most wealthiest. Lutetia has 128 coppers, now number 11 for wealthiest. Meat Shield, 110 coppers, first time on the top 25. Swanzo, 87 coppers, first time on the top 25. Ruined Dwarf Miner of Super Jesus H. Chrysler, 75 coppers, 25. Well, I know. Thank you very much. I'm working as fast as I can. I know you guys want more content and stuff like that. I know. I'm working as fast as I can, but I know. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sable. But there's a lot of stuff I want to do, and man, like I have been exhausted during the days. But there's a lot I want to do. Most blood drops. Blackthorn got 2 blood drops tonight. Brad Henry has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blood drops. Now tied at number 8 in going up 11 slots because he has 7 total blood drops. Nice job. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits got 1 blood drop tonight, moving up 6 slots with 6 total blood drops to 13. Okay. All right. So there are a lot of people. There are 6 more tied at number 21. You need at least 5 blood drops, or at least 6 to really show up on the top 25. Best defense. Who defended best tonight? Oh, Blackthorn got a perfect defense tonight. 8 perfect defenses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, with the longest streak of 2. Okay. Fell-handed. Nobody shows up on the top 25 now. Show wrap up. 59 kills tonight. 12 characters fell. There were 0 new champions tonight. 393 damage dealt. The fallen include Bongaroo, Bert, Barry and the Frostweaver, an unlucky halfling farmer, an oblivious squire, a shoddy cultist, Dun Dun Dun, Swanzo, a malnourished friar, a sweaty merchant's guard, a guarded porter, and a homesick cultist. Here's to you, everyone. A final F in the chat for all of our fallen. Another, here, I'm going to drink once more to all of our fallen tonight. This was a great episode. This was a great episode. Warriors the Night, Craven Ironbeard, Not Thomas got 4 kills. Jaded Cultist, the Tabletop Scholar, got 3. The Kobold Slayer, Brianna Reynolds, got 3. Blackthorn, Brad Henry, got 3. An Unsteady Lector, Dave, got 3. Most damage tonight, Craven Ironbeard of Not Thomas put 34 points of damage on the board tonight. Blackthorn of Brad Henry got 25 points of damage. Blundar the Barbarian, the Vulgar Unicorn, I believe that's who you just renamed him, got 21 points of damage tonight. Optimus Prime of Brent got 20. The Kobold Slayer got 19. Ignore this. I'm still working on this. Blow of the night, though, goes to Bongaroo Bay Biscuits, who got 13 points of damage, putting 13 points of damage on White Ape number 1 with a halberd, and that is Courtney. You got blow of the night. Nice job. Excellent. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for being here with me. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it. I love playing with you guys. I will see you Monday. I will see you Monday night. We'll play again Monday night. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. I enjoyed it. You guys go forth, be creative, be constructive, and just be amazing. Just be amazing. I will see you on Monday. Have a wonderful evening. Good night, everybody. Good night.